What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? How's my microphone? Can y'all hear me okay? Brendan, say something.
Hello.
What's up, y'all? Let's see. Turbo Ian and Joe Jackman. What's up, guys? We're doing our first ever repair stream. We're gonna try to do these, for like a couple hours every Sunday evening, and do a little bit of like stuff to sell at the store. We do customer repairs all day, every day, but it's nice to like take some time and fix up some of the massive backlog of stuff that we haven't been able to get to. So we'll let you guys come hang out and watch us do it. So anything you want to say, Brendan, before we get started?
This is exciting. This is new territory for us, so we're gonna have fun today.
Yeah, trying to get a little bit of love for the YouTube because you were planning to do another local game store stream at some point, and then we're doing another Japan stream this coming October. Haven't set the exact dates or anything yet, but this time I'm thinking we'll head to maybe 45 minutes to an hour north of Tokyo, and hopefully find some good stuff. Can you all do me a favor in the chat and just let me know how the audio is sounding? Is coming through okay?
I hope so.
We've one of our mics didn't charge, and so we're sharing one today. We're doing the best we can with it. It turns out the little charging case for these microphones, if this is plugged in and charging, then anything in it won't charge. So that's an adventure. We're gonna share one mic today, but that won't be normal for us going forward. In fact, we got to figure out a third mic, but I think we can Bluetooth all three of them to the computer at the same time.
I was gonna say they only come in packs of 2, don't they? That'd be some.
There, you can get a 3-pack from some third party on Amazon that's made out of 98% Chinesium.
Okay.
And so I don't trust like that. I like the good stuff. So we got the DJIs, and theoretically we could hook up the Rode mics, but again, I have 2 sets, so I have 4 Rode mics, but they have 2 separate receivers.
That's how it goes.
Kind of a nightmare. Then what do you do? We got sounds good. Okay, sweet.
That's perfect. Awesome.
All right, so I brought a ton of stuff for us to work on. We got some SPs, like a whole stack of SPs that we're gonna try to make a couple good working ones out of. I brought some 3DSs that maybe we can fix up. So that if we do that, that'd be a rare sight. I don't usually work on 3DSs. I hate them with a fiery passion. So y'all can watch me struggle and suffer and hate my life. Or we also brought. Let's see here. We got a Spice Orange GameCube. It's the one that we actually got from Japan for free from Shinmeido. Those guys are awesome. And then we also, somewhere around here, we have a PS2 Slim. I'm 90% sure. Somewhere
around here.
I know it came in recently. There's 3 of them right there.
There's one right there. So we at least have one in vision that I can see.
Can never get enough of those. This camera really wants to look at just me. I gotta put you in the scene there. Oh yeah, buddy up. So what do you guys think? Should we work on putting a region switch in that Japanese GameCube and then forcing it to read games? Should we work on some PS2 Slims? What do you guys want to see? I got some. Oh, you know what? I got a stack of PSPs over there too.
That's an adventure.
SPs, PSPs. I think there's.
They even got stickers on them.
Those are the ones that we got from Japan, but there's also some more that have just been hanging around, waiting for love.
PS Vita here.
We got another couple in there too.
Man.
What do you guys want to see first? You want to see a PSP? You want to see a PS2? You want to see some SPs? Let me know in the chat what you want us to start with.
Ooh, GameCube.
All right, GameCube it is. And if y'all can do me a favor, if you've got any buddies that are also, friends of the store that like what we do and don't know about the live stream, send them out a little heads up. Maybe send it a share out there if that's a thing that you do. Let them know we're doing this because we did kind of only announce it this morning, and it's probably a little bit of a just out of nowhere for a lot of people. So. Yeah, just get the word out. We'll go ahead and get started. Let's do the GameCube for sure.
GameCube, it looks awesome, honestly. It's so good.
Let's pull up the workbench so everyone can see what we're doing here. Let's go. We'll pull up. We're gonna meet my workbench and Brendan's workbench, so you can tell your camera to stop looking into the abyss. It's gazing into the distance.
You have to look at me.
Yeah. Now we're both on there. All right. Looking good. And yeah, we still got our microphone. Okay, good. Okay. Everything's good there. Let me get these SPs out of the way. And move these 3DSs out of the way. And then I'm going to set this microphone somewhere in between us.
Is it to face the right way? That's the real question.
I mean, I could turn it.
That's pretty good.
I got hands.
That's perfect.
Yeah, that'd be all right. So, all right, so do me a favor, guys. If the audio starts to be really lame, then, let me know. We'll figure something else out. Maybe we can charge up the other microphone a little bit before and before the end of the stream and like switch over to doing two. But let's see here. We got Turbo Ian. This is my first time in this live stream, and I have questions for you guys. Do you have some Mario Kart games in your store? So, usually, but our supply changes like every day. This is our first time actually doing like a backroom live stream. I think the only other live streams we've done were either the Japan stream last year and prep work for the Japan stream last year.
Yep.
But we are going to go ahead and take a look at our inventory for you and see if we do have. Oh, hold on, I gotta use the other Chrome tab. See if we have any Mario Karts in stock right now. I will warn you though, if we do, that there's no guarantee that we will like in 24 hours. Everything kind of comes and goes super fast, but it doesn't hurt to check. Oh, I gotta go here. And log on in to the point of sale. And then Brendan, you got that GameCube?
I got the GameCube.
I'm gonna set the GameCube up on the desk. And then while I'm doing this, Brendan, did you want to work on a PS2 Slim? Or can you make sure we have a laser for one?
Yeah, I know that we had done a couple recently. Let me see.
Let's see. Mario Kart time in here. Yo.
I'm not gonna lie, we are out of PS2 lasers. How did we let this happen?
We're out of Slim lasers?
We're out of slim lasers.
That
We have
hurts my
fat
soul.
lasers, but that doesn't really help us.
So right now we got 2 copies of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, 4 copies of Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U. It says we got a Double Dash, not for resale, and a Mario Kart Wii. The system sometimes lies to us, but if that one came in, I would believe we would know.
He's looking mostly for Double Dash, it says.
Mostly Double Dash. Well, it looks like, you know what? I'm going to step away for a second and go confirm. But the computer says we have Double Dash not for resale with the extra little thing. So hang tight one second.
Let's say you are a gentleman of fine taste. Double Dash
for
is
sure.
my favorite one as well.
It's a good one. I'll be right back.
That is the best one. I'm a Waluigi kind of guy, you know. Well, that is unfortunate. I apologize. We don't have PS2 lasers. I don't know what we did with them, so we're gonna have to figure that out. We're gonna have to find out. No PS2s. Oh, I did. A while back, I bought a PlayStation. And this PlayStation I bought was complete in box, and they set it up. It's pretty freaking cool. Although I think it might be upside down based on the way my camera is. And so, yeah, I eventually have to. I also have to sort out my camera. My camera's showing you my messy desk. Let's see if I can adjust it. Let's see. Ever so slightly.
All right. So it looks like either it's the computer's lying to me about it, or we are still in the middle of processing that one and getting it ready to go out. So that's sometimes when we bring stuff in, it goes on the back counter for a little bit, and we gotta like resurface the disk and everything before it goes in the case. So there's possibility it's like in the middle of that process somewhere, but it's not in the glass case right now. Your thing is definitely pointed to the side there, Brendan.
You see how it was like on my desk there? It was.
Yeah, dude, because it's.
Well, it's this right here.
It's all squampus.
It's
Is it looking okay now?
It looks fine. I think it looks good.
All right.
I just didn't want them looking at my mess over here.
Oh yeah, yeah. Can relate. Can relate. Giant messy desk. Don't look at my weeaboo shit.
Anyways.
Too weeaboo. Hey, guess what? We also have a broken Spice Orange GameCube controller, so that's gonna be an adventure there. We can work on making a matching pair. Yay! So first things first, let's get up inside of it. I need to go get some tools. So, Brendan, it's looking at the sky again.
Why does it do this to me?
Because I guess it's decided it suddenly doesn't love you at all.
It doesn't like looking at me.
That's what it is. It's your face. That's probably it.
It's probably my face. Well, let's see.
Woo. Crack this bad boy open. It's got that weird security bit. I hope you find it, Turbo Ian. It's definitely a good game. it, like I said, there's a chance we might have it, but I have to talk to one of the Sams because they were the ones in today. Actually, I'll check when it came in because if it says it came in like a week ago, then I know we don't have it. But let's see, item history. Oh, what the heck? Yeah, something's wrong. It says we got it in back in September last year, and we definitely do not currently have it. So that's definitely a case of the computer lying to me. Dang it. That's super frustrating. We switched over to a point of sale system that lets us track our inventory a little bit better than before, but it doesn't have like an option to do like an inventory audit to see, you know, what it thinks we have versus what we actually have and then correct the system. And so we need to like get on them about adding that. It's still in beta, and so they're still working on it. And as you know, like as a benefit of that, we're not paying anything for our point of sale, which is nice because a lot of good point of sales are like hundreds of dollars a month, and so we're not paying that. Getting a million text messages from the employees here, and oh, one of our employees accidentally took home all the keys for the display cases. But luckily, that employee works tomorrow morning, so it's not a big deal. We don't need to get into the glass cases before that, so should be all right. Yay, inside the GameCube. Doo-doo-doo-doo. All right, set that somewhere in this giant pile of disaster mess. I did not give myself nearly enough time prep for all of this, get everything lined up and ready to go, so everything is still a little bit of a disaster, but you know, for a first ever stream, I think it'll be all right. You guys ever seen inside a GameCube before? That's what it looks like. Are we still coming through all right on the mics, or do we need to turn them up a little bit now that we're not pointing our faces right at them? I think I'm gonna crank it a little bit here. There we go, a little bit louder. Brandon, you want to try saying something?
Hello. How are you this evening?
Make it a little louder. Well, we got Stuttering Stick 239. How you doing?
Hello.
Thank you, Jackman, for the confirmation on that. Should be nice and clear until it runs out of juice. I don't know how much juice that mic has on it. It's saying it's good, so that's a good start. Worst case scenario, all of the cameras that we use here all have decent stereo microphones built into them, but it's going to be pretty echoey, so try not to use them. It makes it sound like, like a microphone in a repair shop. Trying to avoid that. So I use this magnet pad, by the way, over here just to track what screws go where and everything. Even though I've done this a million times and there's only like 2 different kinds of screws on there, it's a good habit to have, so it keeps me from, forgetting anything or doing something in the wrong order. It's just, I call it my screw map. I just map them out based on location in the order I take them out, and that helps me get everything back the right way, because for the longest time, as a kid, growing up, learning to take things apart, much to my parents' dismay, um, I would frequently do a really good job disassembling and not so good job putting stuff back together. So my success rate on undisassembling was not as good. That's how you learn, right? What are you guys up to tonight? Anybody doing anything fun? You got any cool plans? Been playing any cool games? Anybody out there playing Arc Raiders? Oh, laundry. Nice, Ryan. Nice. We'll be your laundry companions tonight. I don't know if I'm going to regret this, but I think I'm going to install the region switch in this GameCube before I fiddle with the laser. Because it's not been reading games, but it's also Japanese. So if I can use my American test discs on it, I have a lot more of those than I have for Japanese test discs. So I'm hoping that'll be the right order of operations. We'll see. We'll see what life brings us. Y'all been playing anything cool and interesting recently? How about you, Brandon? What have you been up to? I mean, you've been moving.
Yeah, you know what I've been up to, all that moving
I
I've
was
been doing.
there for some of it.
Hey, without your help, I would still be doing it. So I appreciate
You
that.
think so?
I would probably still be moving that arcade machine.
It's not that bad.
No, it wasn't. But
In fact, your couch was worse than the arcade machine, I think.
you think so?
Getting it into the door was.
Well, we watched them do it. We didn't have to do that bit.
That's fair, but that's fair. I don't know. I think we had enough people there that it was easy enough to get all of your stuff and most of your mom's stuff. Is she still making trips back and forth for all the little whatevers?
Just a couple, I think. I think we definitely helped her out big time. So
That's good. I went home and told my girlfriend how it all went and everything, and she was immediately like, "Don't sleep with Brendan's mom." I'm like, "Oh, Jesus Christ!" She's like, "How old is she?" Like, I don't know, older than me.
is it, what are you trying to say here?
Just saying. Um, I'm not trying to sleep with your mom, bro.
I appreciate
Despite
that.
all the jokes I might make throughout the week,
Thank you for that.
despite what I say when we're playing video games. Please forgive me for the things I say during Mario Kart. Not the person I want to be. It's not my best version of me, if you will.
I say worse stuff during Mario Party.
Mario Party is
Like
a
if
very
someone,
destructive game.
yeah,
It ruins friendships.
like if you steal my star, I'm coming after you.
Bro, it's those freaking bonus stars at the end always piss me off, dude, because I'll be like, either, right? Like, either I'm all the way up at the top and then somebody who's got like no stars gets like all the bonus stars and wins the game,
Yeah,
or I'll be all the way at the bottom
and they
and
just
I'll get just enough to just barely not win.
but it made you mad because you almost won.
Because I've been, look, man, that's one of those games I feel like I cannot go an entire game without feeling all of the worst emotions at some point in the game. It's a roller coaster, dude.
The seven deadly sins all packed into one video game.
Yeah, maybe. That sounds about right.
Yeah, I've been there. That's Monopoly for me.
Does YouTube tell you how many people are watching right now? Because
It
it
says
tells me
seven right here. I can see seven.
it says 7 right at this moment, or is that other max at any given time?
I don't. I think it's just at this moment.
The most
And to be
recently.
fair, one of them is me, so
Okay.
I'm watching myself.
I asked my girlfriend and my kid to watch the stream. We'll see if that happens. They both said okay.
They didn't think you'd actually chat. They're like, he won't chat.
And I know Clayton said he was going to come watch us at some point too. So hopefully we'll see Clayton Creates. If you guys haven't been watching him, he's on TikTok doing videos and live streams there.
And Carl better be here.
Oh yeah, Carl's at home. He's not streaming with us tonight because his wife's out of town, so he had to stay home with the chidlins, with the little people. And so hopefully he'll come watch. Maybe I'll text him and be like, "Carl, we're live. Come give us a hard time." We'll message my boy. I'll send it to all the employees. Live stream going
Ooh,
on.
Ryan said it was 10 a few minutes ago. Yeah. It's a lot harder when you're actually doing stuff like, and you're trying to like entertain here. I know what you guys felt like in Japan, where you can't like look at these numbers.
Well, yeah, well, especially because I was looking at a smartwatch to see if our feed was live, and it was like a PowerPoint presentation, which is why it took me so long to realize that it was using the pocket camera for a little while with the phone in the pocket.
That was fun. That's fun.
So, guys, with the GameCube, this is your main board, right? This is what the GameCube main board looks like. You got your heatsink on top right here, and the region lock on this is really extremely convenient, honestly. They did it for cost saving purposes, but that hurt. They put both the US and Japanese BIOSes on here. Song of Shadow says, hey yo, how's it going?
Hello.
Welcome to the stream." So they put both the Japanese and US operating systems on here, and then just use like a little jumper to tell the processor which one to use. So there's a little pin that it listens to, and it's like, is it 5 volts or is it 0 volts? And one of them is US, one of them is Japan. I can never remember which one is which, not that it really matters. This one, I can tell you by looking though. This one's got the jumper on R5, which goes 5 volts. So 5 volt is Japan, ground is the US. All of this is the thermal pads because they don't use thermal paste. It's other Sam. Thanks for joining us, Sam 2.0.
Sam 2.0.
That's good old Sammy. Appreciate ya. So I'm gonna just. I used to reuse these a bunch, but we had like a TikTok video blow up where we did like a region switch, and like everybody in the chat was like, "You didn't use thermal paste," and I'm like, "It uses thermal pads. You can reuse them. They're fine." And then everyone was like, well, actually, one dude was like, it's like 50 cents to just replace them, and I was like,
But you don't have
might as well then, right? It's 50 cents. So he was right. And we got a few replacement things. We just like cut out the right shape and put them on there. So. And a lot of times it does this nonsense here too, where it's like it rips the pad in half. So at that point, putting it back together is just it's not worth it. Might as well just replace it. New fresh stuff. These things aren't gonna overheat and die on you. Like you could probably run it without a heat sink at all on there for probably like a half hour to an hour before it gets all angry. You put a regular old heat sink with a thermal pad on there and that's just fine. Doesn't generate a lot of heat. You don't want to put the you don't want to put like thermal paste on here because it wasn't designed for that. Thermal paste is designed to go under pressure. The clamp really like squeezes it on there and spreads it super thin. But these have like a giant gap that it's running that heat all the way across, like it's almost like a millimeter or two of space. And so you put the liquid stuff in there and it'll just goop out of position and not do its job well. So you gotta have the pads or nothing. And by that I mean you gotta have the pads. We got currently 3D printing a grip for a GBA SP. I already printed one and it works surprisingly well. Nice. I got my dad a 3D printer for Christmas. I got him the A1 Mini from Bamboo Lab, and he has been absolutely going to town on that thing. He's probably spent a good $400 or $500 just on filament for it. He's been printing all sorts of, like the dragons and like statues of Jesus and stuff. Dad stuff.
Hell yeah.
And my mom has also been fighting him for it. So he's only had it since Christmas, but he's already looking at potentially getting a second printer. He's just loving it so much. That fills me with joy. Okay. So, let me see if I can get you guys a good enough view of what I'm doing here. So, if you look on the bench cam, there are two little jumper points right here. Is it focusing? It's not really focusing. So there's, yeah, maybe you could see it better on this one, but there's two little jumpers right there, and one of them, yeah, focus please. One of them is jumped and the other one is empty. And what happens is, they have a common point that both of them are connected to, that goes to the CPU and tells it which um, which operating system to use. And then it's either jumping that common point across the gap over to ground or 5 volts, depending on where that jumper is. So instead of just moving the jumper over to ground to make it US, what I'm going to do is pull it off of there and then run some wires to both the common point, the 5 volt, and the ground. Oh, it's Casey! Oh, Casey, I love you to death. He says, "Can you put an Xbox CPU on the GameCube to make it run Xbox games?" Uh, I can't. You can, I bet. Let me see it, Casey. I want to see it. Casey can do all sorts of crazy stuff. He owns Numbskull up in Roy. So if you guys are ever like, "Oh, I need to get my thing fixed, but Game Changers has a 2 week wait," I like to tell people Numbskull's a little bit of a drive north, but it's not a 2 week drive. So he's a cool guy. If you haven't seen yet, he was on my podcast too, so we had a lot of fun chats. Not nearly as much as I would have liked to though. I could have sat and chatted with you for like 5 hours, my dude. We should do it again sometime once I get a little bit further down the list. I've been working on editing the next episode, but I lost all the game capture for the next one, so I'm gonna have to just do just talking heads on that one. It's gonna be a little bit less fun, but all right, I've got to run over to the soldering iron real quick, so I guess you guys can watch Brendan work on that switch light. What are you doing with that switch light, bro?
I fixed up the bumper. The bumper was kind of stuck, so I cleaned it out, so it's nice and good now. And I'm just testing to make sure that everything works on it. And then I gotta clean it up, and then it's ready.
Cool. Stutterin' Stick says, question, do you guys sell games online? Oh man, that's a long story. We tried once. So we're working on it. Uh, where to start? Okay. We did an online store once, back in the day, because we had a lot of overstock stuff that we couldn't fit in the store, and we're like, a good way to get rid of this might be to put up a web store. So we bought a bunch of things that we can like consistently get in, like cables and controllers and stuff, and like put our hats and hoodies online. And then um, we we didn't have a way to link it to the store inventory because we were using an old point of sale system that wasn't able to do that, right? Um, it failed because we couldn't take all the good stuff out of the store to put it online. That would hurt our store and our customers locally in the area, that's our number one priority is the local people. Um, and we couldn't like even the stuff that we had at the other location that we were using for our web store, we couldn't get enough of it posted fast enough to like make the online store worthwhile for people. And so we ended up having to close it down. And now we switched point of sales to one that has been promising us that they'll do a Shopify integration so we can take our inventory that's in the store and pick and choose which parts of that are like available online for people to just either buy for in-store pickup or buy for shipping, right? And they have been telling me that we're about 2 weeks out on getting that live so that we can make the web store, but they've been saying 2 weeks since April. So I'm honestly at wit's end there, and I'm considering maybe switching over to a completely different point of sale system. I think I'll give them till the end of February to figure it out before I just assume that it's never going to happen. But yeah, I know, right? I'm gonna laugh while you want. It's been a year of waiting for 2 weeks to go by. So yeah, that's where we're at with that. We would love to sell online, but we're not doing it yet. Yeah, we will definitely post on our socials when we do get that working though. So keep an eye on our Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We'll make a YouTube post for sure. Do at least a short, if not a whole video on it. Yeah, make it live to everybody. We're not going to have 100% of everything go online. Ideally, I would have loved to set it up so that when something comes in, it's only available for people who come into the store for 2 weeks, and then anything that's been here for 2 weeks or longer automatically gets uploaded. But apparently, that's like a lot more spaghetti code than they're willing to do. So what we're gonna have to do is like manually go through for I think anything that's like that we sell for under $20, maybe just automatically upload it, and anything that we sell for over $20, we'll just have to like pick and choose which ones are live and you know go through and add stuff on over time. But I don't know. I haven't got all the details out because I haven't been able to get hands on with it because, like I said, 2 weeks. All right, let me put some wires on this bad boy and I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. Here, Brandon, you can have the microphone.
Oh, this is awesome. I feel in charge here.
I know, right? Talk to the homies.
Well, right now I'm trying to get this thing to format, so yeah, and I also just lost my. You talked to me, and I lost my place in typing in
The
the
password.
password.
Oh
I'm gonna
no.
assume that I type a Z. I'm just gonna
Gonna show everybody our Wi-Fi
I
password.
did. I'm tilting it up so no one can see
Oh, you're
this.
smart. SMRT.
Sorry, guys, you can't have access to the secret internet.
Oh, Casey's leaving. Okay, Casey, I love you. Goodbye. Come back later. Tell me
Bye,
what I'm
buddy.
doing wrong. Be fun to have him come join us for a stream at some point,
That would be pretty awesome.
right? Wouldn't
Then
it?
we can do the GameCube Xbox.
Yeah, there we go.
That honestly sounds like a fun little prank. You know, like, come on, man, we're
I
gonna
think
play.
so. The
We're gonna. I mean, how would
identical
the how would the
Xbox.
how would the game work? Like, you install that, and then your games are huge, too big for the actual.
That's some bad news, Brendan. It wouldn't work. There's no scenario in
We
which
we're
that
gonna
would.
make it. We're gonna make this work. And I forgot again where I was at. Hold on, I gotta stop talking. I gotta stop talking.
Distracting you.
Yeah, you put me on the spot.
What kind of switch should we put in this GameCube?
Actual like metal.
We got options. You guys want to guess where we got all these switches from? Give you a hint. It wasn't Chicago streets where they're putting all the switches in the Glocks. We got I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. Would I be able to send in a console for repair? Man, I would love to do that, but I do not trust shipping companies to not break your stuff either on its way to me or on its way back to you. But I don't know. What do you think? Is it you guys know of any places that make really good shipping materials, or like
Okay.
should I just film every one that I open to prove whether or not I broke it? Because that's my concern, is that I don't want somebody to think that they sent me their thing and then I either broke it or didn't do a good job on it, and in reality it was just the shipping that was the nightmare. So I don't know. What do you guys think? We got Sticky Puddin says, forgot you were going to be on since I am teasing my neighbor about the Rams game. And then Song of Shadows needs to get a region switch for their GameCube.
There's some good Japanese games.
There are so many. I think this is the switch I'm going to go with right here. It's this cute little guy that we can super glue into the back where it's like it'll go in the grill right here. We can just sneak it in. I think slot number 3 is about where it usually fits. So a little unobtrusive guy like that won't even be a problem. So that's the guy we're going to use. I got my wires. It's Sticky Puddin'. Is that our buddy Steve? Or is that somebody else? Oh, just dropping stuff.
Oh no.
Alright. Wires. We'll do red for the 5-volt wire. Cut off way more than I need. Do green for the common point wire. And again, cut off way more than I need. Later. And I'd like to do black for the ground wire. Where's the black wire at? In there. It is, and Ziggy says hello. Tell Ziggy I said, what up, good boy? He's such a good boy. Ziggy's probably my favorite customer. Sorry, Steve. And everybody else. Ziggy's an adorable little pug who likes to come behind the counter and sniff my ankles as if they were made of ham. Honestly, I'm not sure he's too far off. I got ham ankles. Little bugaboo, yeah. Little cutie. Oh, we got Ham Rabbit in there. What up, my dude? Thanks for joining in and watching us. Looking forward to hearing all of your feedback on it tomorrow. Tell me what you think we did well and did badly.
Like everything. Like, okay.
Did everything well and badly?
At the same time.
At the same time.
It was actually impressive.
Do all the things. I don't know why I cut the same length with black wire, because I'm going to solder it to something way shorter, so that's going to be wasted unless I got a spot to keep it. And I knocked over a bunch of Wii games, so give me a second. We're working on a video. We're working on a video, but we're not ready to do it yet.
It's a secret.
Oh my god, there's so many Wii Fits, dude. That's not even half of them. It's not even a third of them.
Where?
So many. So what would you guys do if you had that many Wii Fits? What would you do with all the Wii Fits? Is that a dream? Yeah. Where's the Dreamcast? I feel like we had a Dreamcast in here at some point.
Yeah, Carl was working on one, I think.
Was he?
I think he had one recently that he was doing. I can't remember what he did with it, though.
Direct me. I mean, where are you seeing it? Which camera are you seeing it on? Was it, we got a couple of broken ones up here.
Where, do we have one?
Yeah. If we do, I'll be surprised if we have a Dreamcast that's fixable and not just a bunch of parts, because usually those get like top priority. That's like the first thing we want to work on, because I love having a Dreamcast out on the shelf, and we can barely ever keep them in stock. They sell really well, as you know.
Can't see the channels.
My favorite wire strippers are my fingernails. All right. And do some solder work real quick. I'll be right back. That's not short enough. After the solder work, I'll be right back.
He's got, the door doesn't open to this Xbox.
And it's not opening?
It's not opening.
What happens if you put the paper clip in? Oh, hold on. You not know how to do the thing? Hold on.
I know how to do the percussive maintenance.
Oh, yeah.
I know what I'm doing, but...
The old Fonzarelli.
All right, you want me to do it right now?
Yeah, dude.
All right, hold on. I gotta wait for it to stop doing what it's doing. Let's see if I can get it just right. Here, I'll do it.
I believe in you.
I'll try to do it where everyone can see it, so we can...
Gotta believe... What?
I pulled it out.
Nasty.
I'm gonna have to take it apart anyways. I can pull it out.
I'm gonna steal your good tweezers.
Yeah.
These ones, they're flat on the end. They don't go to a point.
Oh, did you? Yeah. I pulled those over, but I was too lazy to get out a new pair, and I said
these ones like that too. What the hell? All right, I'm gonna have to grind these down. Do you know where the whetstone is?
Probably on Carl's desk. I haven't used it recently. So we got this Xbox. It needs a new drive band for sure, and it needs a clock capacitor. The clock capacitor is probably eating away at the board right now, so that's not a good time.
Yeah, it's got that acid goop.
Yeah, so those capacitors will just break because they're just old, and then they leak all over your board, and they destroy it. So if you haven't done that, do it. Get it done.
I didn't see the whetstone over there, so if you see it at any point in the future, no, it's not in here. Sometimes it's in here.
Well, I usually put only very specific stuff like this Game Boy in there.
Why is that Game Boy in there?
I was testing. We had like 7 Game Boy games come in. And...
Well, I found a pair of tweezers that go to a point, but I'd like to make some more. Because it's crazy how much you could spend on tweezers and still get garbage. And meanwhile, the ones that they send you for free with the parts kits that you buy that you can't get them without the tweezers tend to be just as good as like a $30 pair.
So wait, is that Carl's camera? No, no, no.
No.
Carl's camera's not on right now.
Yeah, so right now we're just doing the Michael cams and the Brendan cams. And my face cam is looking wherever the heck it wants to right now. I was looking at my back
Yeah.
because I'm at the soldering iron. Yep. Gotta connect the points. Gotta make the contacts.
Oh, it's Nate, because Nate says he has fancy tweezers that he uses for his
Yeah,
Gundam.
that's Nate.
I know
I was
that.
trying not to say too many names out loud unless they did, just in case.
Oh,
I don't know.
well, I just name dropped you.
I mean, I name
I
dropped Steve
basically
earlier
just
too,
doxed you.
so
People are gonna show up at your house
that's a
now.
crime in Europe, I think.
And here it's the Freedom of Information Act.
The FOIA? I think that's just for government information, my dude.
Whoopsie. Don't actually look into that.
How free is your information, guys? Sponsored by whatever
You know
the
what? I
heck
did all
service
that and I
leaks your
put this
info.
away and I needed it again.
A lot of YouTubers are getting sponsored by those kinds of like get your information deleted from the
Oh yeah,
data
yeah,
brokers
yeah, yeah.
kinds of places.
We
Can't even remember the names of any of them.
we're
But
going for a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship
oh boy,
ourselves.
wouldn't that be nice?
You know, we really made it once we get them.
Nate, what tweezers would you recommend for this? Do you have like a brand that you use particularly, or because they got to go to a really fine point. Steve's like NordVPN, but NordVPN is for like keeping your info from being like your search from being spied on. I'm talking about the brokers that are like or not the brokers, the guys that are like information brokers are selling your login, not login info, but like your personal demographic info and what you're interested in and all that kind of stuff. And they're supposed to stop them from being able to. PCBWay. I have seen some PCBWay sponsorships on some stuff recently. Apparently they do a lot more than PCBs now. They do like custom CNC machining too. That's what I hear. Word on the streets. That's what my information sources tell me.
All right, these are all old with their adhesive. They get all stuck. They rip right off, so they gotta.
Oh yeah, they do 3D printing. When you're desoldering, is there a tool you prefer? I've only got a manual solder sucker, and I've got some projects where I'll need to desolder plenty. I'll be honest with you, I hate desoldering with a fiery passion because if you use a solder sucker, you have to spend more time maintaining the dang thing than you spend actually using it for like the good powered ones. We had one from Hako. It was like a $300 little plugs into the wall handheld guy with a pump in it and everything, and it worked great for about a day. And then it's just been a nightmare fighting with it ever since. Until I think now there's a part that we weren't able to fix when it broke, so it's retired. Um, we've just been using solder braid and an iron for all of our solder removal, which is not ideal because you burn through a lot of solder braid if you're desoldering something big. But I mean, I just I have a hard time justifying spending a boatload of money on something that only kind of sort of works, kind of sort of some of the time, you know.
But it comes in blue and yellow, so.
I've used the little like handheld solder suckers where you spring load it and then you put it up. It's got like a plastic tip that you put up to what you're working on, and you press a button to release it and it snaps out and theoretically sucks up the solder. And I'll be honest, I don't know if it's a technique issue or if I just got a crappy one, but I've never had any luck with those either. I just been using the braid recently. That's what works for me. And Nate says he's not sure of the brand, but MRS Hobby in Sandy had the good tweezers, so I'm gonna have to go take a look. Oh, Danny Beth is here. I know who that is. That's our resident scholar. And then Ryan, that's not what I wanted to hear. I know. I'm sorry, dude. I wish I had better news for you. Let's see. Have you ever watched Stez Sticks? He cracks me up with his Cow solder sucker. No, but I'm curious now. What the heck? Cow solder sucker. Okay. I'm gonna look that up. Stes 6. Sticks? Okay, yeah. I'll have to take a look. See, I'm assuming it's a YouTuber or somebody, a content creator of some sort. Sound about right? Okay, almost done soldering my wires. I get a lot of angry people in the comments whenever I use UV cure epoxy on top of my wiring work. What do you guys think? Has anybody got any strong opinions about that? If Casey was still here, I'm sure he would have a strong opinion, but
It's oddly specific stuff too.
he does bodge fix. That's what Carl calls it. Anytime he runs a wire from something to something else instead of a trace, he calls it a bodge. A bodge wire. I think it's just is that like a UK term?
It's the most British way he could say it, and we love him for
Nobody likes a dodgy bodgy.
it. It could have had a way worse name too.
Worse than bodge.
Yeah, like it could have had something like you know how they do it in the UK where they call
How they
something
do
just
it.
it's just something ridiculous, you know. It's never just something that like, you know, we call them cookies and they're like no, they're
The
sprinkle
biscuits.
they're sprinkly, you know, whatever's and you're like, "Okay."
This is a Westminster short tart or some whatever. Like,
Yeah, I
you want
can't
you want
take
some
you
Pimbly Nimbos?
yeah, I can't take you seriously when it sounds like my grandma, like what I would have called my grandma, you know.
Thankfully, I'm not in a dungeon when it died on me, but I'm playing 14. Danny, can I ask you a Final Fantasy 14 related question, and specifically a scholar related question? I'd love to get your feedback. Oh, Carl's here. We were just making fun of your
Yeah, he
homeland
showed up just in
just
time for us
after.
to be talking mad trash.
What's up, Carl?
Classic.
It's not his homeland anymore. He's on his way to being a full ass American. If he
Carl
can make
Carl
it.
Carl is American.
Well, I mean, he's as American to me as you are, but officially he's still working on the paperwork. So all he has to do is not get shot by ice until he can get that all finalized and then pass the test. Okay. Posted a Game Boy Micro fix today. That's cool. I'll have to check that out. Okay, so Danny, I gotta ask you, if you're doing a raid, right? And you know a huge raid wide is coming your way, right? And it's gonna hit you like 2 or 3 times, right? What is the proper move for a scholar to do before that raid wide hits? What skills are you hitting? What are you pressing?
You're pressing the escape button and going to play World of
Alt
Warcraft.
F4.
You're going to play World of Warcraft.
What if we unmute that? I don't even know what microphone that is.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah, so if for anybody who didn't see it at the beginning of the stream, we found out 5 minutes before going live that this charging case that we have for our microphones that it comes with, that it's designed to use, right? If you plug in the charging case, guy. There we go.
Oh, it's oh, we careful it doesn't go crazy though. Look, maybe
No, dude.
It's close to you for sure.
Yeah, it's because it's a Chinese microphone, right? DJI is a Chinese company, so the moment they hear me saying anything negative about them, they censor me. That's the way. Let's see here. Kind of depends, but I like to pop a mitt if I have one. I don't know if you know, but Expedient has a 10% damage mitt party-wide. I'll be pulling out the Seraph for a multi-hit, but it's just got a follow-up, I think, here.
Oh boy.
If it's a single, I'm applying shields on everyone. What's your strongest shield, Danny? What do you do if you need to really keep everyone alive and it's about to do like double their HP and damage? What do you do? What's your biggest shield? I need to know. Come on, how do you quickly apply a gigantic shield to everybody? You do it, I think, once every, I think it's like 3 minutes or something. Maybe it's 6 minutes. Paladin, pop, bubble, and run. Wrong game. Or is it the wrong game?
No, that's a World of Warcraft reference. A man of culture.
Yeah,
right
wrong
there.
game.
I'm going to cast my Hearthstone and bubble.
It's a knowledge check, Danny. You got to pass the knowledge check.
Apparently, it was going to be a Final Fantasy quiz time. You know, you show up and you get quizzed.
What's your biggest shield combo, Danny? Come on. I know what my favorite is, and I'm wondering if it's the same one that you use or if you use a different one. Because mine is it's a 4-skill combo. I use 4 skills in a row. I don't know. Read my chat, Michael. Oh, I just missed some of it coming through. Recitation, all Adlo someone, then dissipation. It's not dissipation, Danny. It's deployment tactics. But okay. Here's the catch, though. Double check me if I'm wrong on this, but I think if you use protraction first, you target a tank, you use protraction, that increases their max HP, and then you hit them with the super shield, and then deployment tactics it out, then I think you can get your DPS guys more shields than HP, like by a good amount. Yeah, I forgot to put dissipation on my bar for the longest time, and so I just learned. I never learned how to scholar with dissipation, and so I just always have my fairy out, and I'm just like spamming sucker and then like emergency tactics sucker whenever I can, and it doesn't go well. But I was just curious what you thought about that. I've got to put this bad boy back together. Y'all want to see what this looks like? I would put the microscope camera on, but it's old and janky and doesn't want to work right now. But I've got a wire going to ground, a wire going to 5 volts, and a wire going to the CPU. And now I just got to wire them on to this switch. And then put it all back together. And then, I got to glue the switch into the back plate as well. So I'm going to cut off more wire than I need again, but not as much as we had before. And we'll go from there.
I thought you were about to bust out into some like Lenny Kravitz, you know. I want to get away.
I love that song in particular.
That's so good.
For most of like middle school, because
he was like, I still love it now.
It's all right. Lenny Kravitz is great, but that song like that was like it did something to my soul.
It was just it plays that guitar, you know.
I was just an angsty little middle schooler, and that song did it for me.
Not right now, Mom. I'm brooding. Come on, Mom.
All I wanted was a Coke, and she wouldn't get one for Pepsi. All I wanted was a Pepsi, and she wouldn't get it for me. And she's like, "You're on drugs," and I'm like, "No, Mom, I'm just thinking." You know that song? Anybody?
No.
X in the chat if you know that song.
Are you gonna feel?
Danny, it's not an attack. I was just curious.
Oh, I haven't played WoW in years. Did a solo thing. Did solo thing where I can create that thing that turns you into a dragon.
What?
Yeah, so they have like a race now where you can be that you're dragon people. You know.
Okay.
They added that. I'm not a partaker in the dragon people, but they actually have their own class that they can be, which is super cool.
Dragging people out in the
It's called like
streets.
Invoker or something, and they would like it's like an elemental thing, but it kind of moves in because the shamans have a thing, which is like they can use elemental magic.
So I only played vanilla WoW. I never did any of the expansions or anything.
He missed out.
I also didn't understand how to MMO. So like I wasn't doing quests and leveling up properly. I was just
He was in Goldshire.
Dude, I was just having a good time. I grinded regular old mobs just out in the wild without even doing quests and stuff to get myself high enough level that I could learn mind control because I was like a dark
You were a priest.
or high elf
you
priest.
were a priest.
Yeah, I was a priestess, if you will.
Oh, yes, yes.
And I loved going out to Thousand Needles and mind controlling people to jump off that ledge right by the big elevator.
You would have loved hardcore World of Warcraft.
It was my favorite thing ever.
If you die, you lose your character, and so you mind control the guy, and he loses all that time. That's diabolical.
Honestly, I don't think I would do it in hardcore. I think that I would feel too bad. Do they have hardcore without PvP? Because that seems like the way to do it.
Yes. You actually have to opt in for it, but
good.
Some people do it because they're, they like the pain.
Didn't they change something about Thousand Needles to make it like a flag only PvP zone or something like that? So
there's been so many changes.
You had to convince somebody to attack you, and then you could mind control them off the thing.
Yes, if someone did attack you, you do that. Also, you've been told that you don't want a Pepsi, but I want a Pepsi. I love a Pepsi.
Dude, I love Pepsi, dude.
Pepsi is good. And it also says, but protraction increases HP by 10% of a member. So if you pop that, this is why I had to stop playing Final Fantasy. That they like named this stuff impossible. I'm like, I can't read things that are more than 5 letters long. So why are they doing this to me? But apparently it guarantees a crit. Although then tactics to spread to everybody. I wonder. I don't.
Well, so the one that guarantees the crit is recitation, right?
Yeah, that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah. So yeah, protraction increases by 10%, and then recitation for the guaranteed crit. Then Adloquium is what it's called.
I thought it was a guy named Aldo.
Spread. I think that's the one, and I don't remember what the cooldown is on the longest one, but I think it's either 3 minutes or 6 minutes or something like that. So if you see it coming, that's where you nail it. I need to do my dailies, so I might go run a new dungeon and try that to see. Yeah, let me know how it goes. I'm curious. Alright, got everything wired. Now I just need to super glue this bad boy. That's how you know you're doing good quality work, when it involves good old acryloacetate, regular old super glue. And I found that the gel type super glues are the worst because they take a million years to dry. So we're just not doing those anymore. Just doing the regular stuff that sticks your fingers together and makes you hate life. That's the plan. If I can figure out where we put it. There it is.
It's been used a lot recently, so.
Super glue. This stuff is super duper. What are you doing to the Xbox? So Ryan, Brendan over there is. Oh yeah, please.
This is my.
Take the lead, my dude. Take the reins.
There's 2 things I have to do to this Xbox. Specifically, the 2 things that I have to do are I have to fix the drive. The drive needs a new band. So essentially, when you press the eject button, it just doesn't come out, which is pretty common.
Just not opening and closing properly.
Yeah. So luckily, for the longest time we were having trouble getting bands that were the correct size. So we got a bunch of them. I actually have them right here.
Finally,
I have a bunch of them, so I can actually put them on there. But the other thing that has to be done, and sometimes it's a problem and sometimes it's not, and on this one it doesn't appear to be as big of a problem. There's a capacitor which sits right here, and basically that bad boy will start to ooze all over the board because they get old and brittle, and that's the clock capacitor that just keeps the time. And so eventually that breaks down and then leaks everywhere. And when it does that, then it goes and destroys the board. It'll eat it up, all the stuff around it, and then your Xbox will no longer work. So
Yeah, it just leaks acid all over the main board and just
yeah.
corrodes those traces through. And it does weird stuff when that happens. Like when you plug the power in, it'll automatically turn on and like won't turn off. Or like it'll only turn on when you hit the eject button instead of the power button, or all sorts of weird stuff like that. I think you guys are going through the same mic. Yeah, so right now we're streaming off of a Lenovo Legion Go and using that microphone. And the reason is because our wireless microphones are, well, they didn't charge. We left them to charge all week long, and then they didn't charge because the charging case was being charged. So yeah, we're not gonna have this problem next time. Knock on wood. But at the moment, yeah, that's what we're dealing with. So the audio is not gonna be the best. I do apologize, but yeah, that's how it is. And then let's see here. Ryan said luckily never had drive problems. That's good. The If the disk drives stop reading on an original Xbox, there's two kinds of lasers. One of them is really hard to find, and the other one is unicorn poop. So it's just like it's a mythical, doesn't exist kind of thing. And so if you can find a whole replacement drive, apparently they're not married. You can just swap the whole drive out. But if you want to replace just the laser, it's it's anywhere from $60 to no, you can't get one just for the part. So that's a good time. That's why we don't offer them right now. We do the drive bands though, which is we can do that all day every day. You get like 100 of them for $10. What was I looking for? I need the thermal pads. New thermal pads for the GameCube. We all start leaking at some point. I just realized you weren't talking about just capacitors. You were talking about all of us. I'm a little slow.
Eventually we do.
You guys ever see Flight of the Navigator? You ever see that movie? And the robot spaceship is like, I jammed all of my star charts into your brain and just to see what would happen, to see how much you could hold. And he's like, well, okay, then what happened? He's like, you leaked. I don't even know what that means. Are these all the same thickness? Let's see here. Sure doesn't say. We're going to open another one and find out. Actually, I wonder if these have multiple thicknesses in each of these little things. They do. That's right. That's right. That one just didn't have any of the thick boy left in it. Thick boy, that's the one we want. We'll cut them down to size. So this guy needs to be like that. And that goes on the IBM chip. Woo! Okay, and then our ATI chip. Remember when ATI used to be a company that existed in the world? It's been a minute. Now they got bought by AMD. I used to love the ATI graphics cards back in the day because they were the only company that was making stuff with good, solid video in on the graphics card back before game capture was a thing. And so I used to like hook my Dreamcast up to my computer and use my computer monitor as the TV, and then you could like record it and whatnot. It was really cool. But the ATI cards, they call them the all-in-one, I think is what they call the ATI. I can't remember. It's been a hot minute. But maybe it had Wonder in the name. I can't remember. But anyway, they would be really good at having multiple inputs, but they sucked at gaming. And you couldn't really do two. back in the day. So Stick saying I had an ATI add-on card. I even installed the extra 2 MB of RAM in it. Oh man, good times, my dude. I still remember back in the day. I got a copy of Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2 for PC. I bought it from GameStop, and I was so excited because I've been seeing the gameplay, and I was like, oh man, that looks amazing. I want to play that, and you use the force powers to like choke out your buddy or whatever. Like, it looked awesome. And I brought it home, and I put the disc into my computer. I installed it. It took up my entire hard drive because back then I didn't have a good computer. It was like an old 385, and I go and boot it up, and it boots to an error message that says you need a 3DFX Voodoo graphics accelerator card to play this game. And I didn't see that anywhere on the box. I was a little kid at the time too, so I don't know how well I read the box, but I was devastated, absolutely crushed. And I remember I might have cried a little bit. And my dad took me back to GameStop, and the guy working there, this was back before EB Games bought them out. The guy working there was super, super chill. And he's like, for PC games, we're not supposed to do this, but I see you're really upset, so I'm going to make an exception for you. And he let me pick a different game. And my choices were Grand Theft Auto 2, the top-down one, or Legacy of Kain Blood Omen. And I will tell you guys, I made the right choice. Which one did I pick, guys? Y'all tell me, which one did I pick? Which one did I pick and then never regret? Oh, what's up, Hervin? How's it going, bud? Hervin works at GameStop. He's awesome. He sends people to our store. We send people to his store. It's a good symbiotic relationship. Did Carolyn ever get her brakes figured out? She was supposed to reach out to me to get some brake work done, and she never did. She got a car right now. Is it working? So yeah, the answer was, by the way, Legacy of Kain Blood Omen. I had so much fun with that game. So much fun. One of the best games I've ever played in my life. And I know a lot of people really like Soul Reaver. Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver. The first sequel of many. But I remember being really disappointed with it because Blood Omen had such a vibe going. It had so much atmosphere. It was spooky. It was like, the gameplay was a lot more like tactical and whatnot. Tell her that whenever she's got the parts, I will put her brakes in her car. She needs to not forget that the labor is free. She just needs to come over, maybe bring me a beer or something, and I'll break her car. Oh, and you're at GameStop right now, streaming Game Changers. Don't get yourself fired, bro. Love ya. But yeah, Blood Omen was so fantastic, and I remember Soul Reaver. A lot of people really like the platforming and the combat in it, but for me, like the combat in Blood Omen was just, it was on a different level because you had so many different abilities. It played a lot like an old school Fallout, if you will, and it was just so, I don't know, man. Like, I don't want to say tactical because that's not the right word, but it just, like, you had to use the right ability for the right moment, and you had to like keep an eye on your mana and everything. Whereas with like Soul Reaver, it's really, well, just hacky slashy. I mean, you had to like catch people on fire and stuff, so I get that, but let's see here. We got, I won't get fired. I'm vacuuming. They don't care as long as I'm working. All right. And then I'm tired of going through my man to talk. Oh, she's here. What's up, Carolyn? Plus, I have done a couple of my TikToks at the store, and I love you too. Heck yeah, dude. Dude, I saw that TikTok you posted recently with everybody at the gym or no, at the barber shop was watching Dragon Ball because he was doing the Spirit Bomb and everybody stopped and looked at the TV. I love that, dude. It was so epic, dude.
You have an obligation.
I absolutely loved Dragon Ball Z as a kid, but I only ever saw through the Frieza saga. I didn't see Cell or Boo or any of that. And I watched all the way till they get back from Namek like 3 times, but I never saw anything after that. And to this day, I still like the only interactions I've had with any footage from the Cell saga is like all of the stupid meme posts that people do where it's like Kermit and Cell fighting Mickey Mouse or whatever. Do not restart my computer. Freaking Windows, I swear to God.
You're in the middle of something? Are you doing something right now?
Oh, Steve said, my friend and I used to play multiplayer GTA 2 with that wonky cable before networking. You had a null modem serial connection. That's how I used to play Command and Conquer back in the day. Oh, man. That's the good times.
Command and Conquer. What a good time.
Let's see. As someone that also plays Scholar, what is your go-to mouse? I love the Razer Naga Trinity because I can swap out different plates on the left side to have more or fewer buttons. I usually... Okay, so real talk, for the longest time, I would use keyboard shortcuts 1, 2, 3 for basically everything, and then if it wasn't my main attacks, I would just click the icon on the bar like a total scrub for the longest time, and like it slowed me down, but that's how I used to do it, right? And then I got one of those commander things that has like the little thumbstick and then a whole bunch of buttons. And I set up my controls for that, and I practiced with it, and I hate it. I hate it with a fiery passion, but I can't stop using it at this point because like I would have to relearn the old method. So yeah, it's better if you can train your brain to hit hotkeys faster or use something other than just like clicking the button on the screen. But for the longest time, that was like my only go-to. That was what I did. So I got the region switch installed in this GameCube, but now I'm going to have to tweak the potentiometer on this drive to get it to work. So it's going to be a little bit of trial and error because there's not like a setting on these potentiometers that like if you set it to this much resistance, it'll for sure work. It's just like
we're playing with magic.
It's different every time. Yeah. Whoa, let's see here. I can't use those mouses. I have a toe thumb on my right hand. Okay. I click everything and debating a mouse with buttons or getting something. I mean, perfect opportunity because I need a new mouse since mine bit the dust. Yeah, do a wired mouse either way. Don't do wireless. I think I'll have to check with Mal. One of us has, I think, a second commander that we're not using if you want to try it. It's a lot of setup, and you don't know if you're going to like it or not until you've tried it, but it's, if it's free, it might be worth trying. May not be worth it if it's... What are they charging for those? Like, it's over 100 for those stupid commanders.
I don't know. I'm a Logitech fanboy myself.
You're a Logitecher.
I love Logitech.
Logitechy.
It just glows, and I'm like, that's what I like to see. I'm an RGB kind of guy.
My right thumb is about 1/5 of an inch shorter than my left. Dude, if you're doing 1/5 of an inch, at that point, just use the metric system, bro. Like, what's 1/5 of an inch look like? I have no idea what... 1/5 of an inch. That's it's very specific. Yeah. Oh, half. Okay. Never mind. I take it back. All right. Let's see where we're at here. This is the... I wonder if I should switch cameras for this. Switch over to Carl's cameras.
That might be better.
The Lenovo doesn't have Carl's cameras set up yet, but I can set them up real quick. That way you guys can watch me work on this instead of just looking at my back again. Your brain was in metric. I get it. I get it. Having a, I don't know. I have never compared the length of my thumbs, but
That is kind of, yeah. I don't know.
like it's hard to you have to like hold them just right because you can easily be like, oh look, how much longer these fingers are. You know what I mean? Just by moving them just a little bit. So you have to get it just right. I don't know. They haven't failed me yet, so I just not even gonna question them.
My left thumb is smaller than my right thumb.
No, his right thumb that's smaller than his left thumb, I think.
I just, you know, I just don't know how you come to the conclusion. You know,
I don't know. Maybe his doctor told him.
he's like, in every metric you're perfect except for your
I
thumb.
always lost at thumb wrestling, bro. You got to be like left-handed or none, left-handed or not at all, bro. Let's go.
Flop it over, man. I'm not challenging you unless it's with my left hand.
Just tell him I'm left-thumbed.
Hey, I'm left-handed myself, so I can understand that.
I once arm wrestled a guy who is an amateur wrestler working his way towards professional and is also left-handed. And I beat him with my right arm, and he beat me with lefties. And so I feel like that was a nice draw. But immediately after, another guy came up and was like, I'll arm wrestle you. And I was like, okay. And I broke his arm. And so I feel like that's tiebreaker right there. I think that breaks the stalemate. I'm retired now. I don't arm wrestle anymore. Not after. Yeah. No. Oh. I'm retired. I don't do that anymore.
I'm a different person now.
I can't go back to that life.
The arm wrestling life is not for me anymore.
Yeah, I haven't seen that guy in a hot minute. He was a big part of the community for a while, but he had like,
thanks, man. You broke my arm.
no, you know what? He was pretty cool about it, considering like he still wanted to be homies. You know, like he wasn't.
He
wasn't.
That's pretty cool.
He wasn't. It's honestly like I was just terrified because at the time that I broke his arm, like I was broke as a joke. You know what I mean? Like I could barely feed myself, and you know had a kid at the time too.
Well, after you broke his arm, he could barely feed himself too.
Like, wow. But he had good insurance, and like it ended up not being a huge thing. But I was terrified, man, that my whole life was gonna be over. So yeah, no more arm wrestling. But you know, he's a chill guy. I like him.
Nice guy. What a nice.
Let's see, am I on Japanese or American right now? Let's see. It's on Japanese.
Gamokuba.
Let's switch it over.
Where did our little pieces go? Little clippers.
The switch. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
No, I super glued the switch closed. I can't switch.
Now it's a Japanese only for sure.
Come on. Alright. Well, that's an adventure. When I super glued the switch to the back, I wasn't paying enough attention, and I was multitasking, and I super glued the switch into the position that it's in, and it cannot switch anymore. It is no longer a switch. I'm about to super glue my fingers. Alright, good thing I got a whole box of switches. When so I got these switches, I forgot to follow up earlier. I got these switches from a Radio Shack when it closed down. I bought a bunch of switches and a bunch of fuses and a bunch of little things that the repair shop theoretically could use. And I've been slowly going through them ever since because it's been years at this point. And because of the way that Radio Shack was doing things, you couldn't be like, I want this whole bin of fuses, can you work me a deal? Even though they were going out of business and they were closing up shop, they had to go through and individually scan each and every single fuse. And so by the time that I was checking out, I paid for it, right? The receipt was, I don't know how many feet long, but I took a picture of me holding the receipt from the opposite end of the Radio Shack parking lot while it was still printing out of the printer. It was yards long. Meters, if you will. If you're on the metric system.
We're the metric system.
Oh, man. I got too sloppy with the super glue, and now I'm paying for it. All right. Hang tight, guys. I got to cut this off and put a new one on. But, yeah. They,
CBS receipt. That's for sure.
He said there's still a Radio Shack in Layton. Is that for real, dude? I'm going to have to go check that out. I miss Radio Shack, dude. They were cool, dude.
It's true, though. That's your average CBS receipt when you get it, when they print it. It's like $10.
It's got all the ads on it and stuff.
You're like, why did you give me this? Who even gets receipts anymore? Just send it to my email or whatever.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Do they put the ads on the emailed receipt?
Walgreens will send you a receipt, and they do not put ads in it. So
theoretically, we can email or text receipts to people. I just print one out anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that we honestly, that would be it for the environment, you know? You know, for the oh, he says, yeah, it's by the GameStop in Layton.
That explains why you know.
That's awesome. It's like the final Best Buy. That's not Best Buy.
Oh, Blockbuster. Yeah.
You can still go there.
That one's just a tourist trap at this point, right?
Yeah. The only thing keeping it alive is the nostalgia. All right.
Good times.
No.
What? Oh, you knocked over my switches again?
No, the switch. Yeah, well, yes. Thought it was all the Wii Fit copies again.
Oh no, that would suck too. But
that would be awful.
Not a biggie dealy.
Not the Wii Fit copies. Okay, we're just gonna. This is closed. I hope it's closed. Set it there. We don't have a lot of room back here, so.
I'd love to be in a bigger location in general. Just like our number one problem always comes down to not having enough space. But I just know that if we change spots, if we move, right, not only is it going to be super expensive to do it, but we're going to lose a lot of customers that just, you know, aren't on our socials. You know what I mean? They're going to be like, oh, I guess they're gone.
Okay.
So we can see this one, this side. Those are good. Alright, almost done. Hang tight, guys. Thanks for being patient with me while I do my stupid thing off camera over here.
He says you should open up another store.
Oh man, 2 stores is not 2 times the work. It's 10 times the work. If I'm gonna open up another store, I think what I'm gonna do, if I go that route, it's not gonna be like me running it. I think I'm gonna probably, if we do that, pick somebody that I really trust and work out a deal with them to have this be my store and that be their store and have us work together. Like a franchise kind of thing, you know. That's the only way I think I would do it. Because if I have to run 2 stores at the same time and like I'm responsible entirely for both of them doing well, I will do badly. I'm struggling to do all the things I need to do just for the one store. And to be fair, we did have 2 stores for a long time, and it was a massive undertaking to try to keep both of those stores profitable. And now that we're focusing all of my efforts on just one location, this location is doing, I would say, about twice as good as both locations together combined ever did. So this is definitely, it was definitely a good move to go down to one location. And if I ever went up to a second one, it would, oh, no, my stupid freaking Windows update. Good thing I didn't stream from this laptop. Because it's being an asshole. All right. Cool. Glad I brought the Legion Go for streaming, because this other one, Windows has decided that I don't get any more do it laters. It's doing it right now.
Listen,
I
here,
hate
you're
that
doing
so
it.
much.
You're doing it right now.
Do you hear they're getting rid of the ability to like log in without a login? You know, like to like set just a passcode. You have to use a Microsoft account. They're getting they made it harder to do, and now they're making it impossible.
Wow.
Okay.
You know them.
I do know them. I know about Microsoft. Microsoft bimbos.
Bimbos.
Hey, no, that's like there was a store in Japan called Microsoft Bimbos.
Oh, that's awesome.
It was funny. They sold secondhand stuff. Oh, Herman wants me to make a second Game Changers. If I do a second Game Changers, it would be a franchise type of thing. I've got a couple people in mind for who I would trust to do that. The problem is that two of those people are already working here, and so I don't want to like. I don't want to do something that's going to hurt this location. So what I'm actually focusing on first is getting the web store up and running, so that if you can't physically come here into our store, you'd be able to shop online. I think that's the better way to go. Let's see here. Maybe another store in West Valley. There was that kid that made his website Microsoft. Or West Jordan. I just love that area. So I thought about it, and if I were to open up another location, I think I would aim for Tooele, just because there are so many collectors that have moved out there. But you're not going to get any interstate traffic through Tooele. Nobody's like driving that far off of the freeway. Well, I guess maybe if somebody's coming in from Wendover, maybe they might pass through. But right now, we get people that are doing road trips down through, like for instance, Cody over at Pink Gorilla, whenever he does his road trips from, northwest to southwest, he comes through every time. And Cooper from Double Jump Games comes by on occasion. We used to have some Canadians that would come through all the time, and so like being in like this close to the freeway has been good for that kind of thing. But yeah, that's future plans. Future plans, not today plans. Today we're planning to get this GameCube up and running, reading Japanese and American games before the end of the stream. That's what we're aiming for. So let's focus on that. Woo! Plug it in, plug it in. I think I'm gonna need a controller.
Hey, you have one.
Where?
It's orange.
The broken one?
Is it broken?
It says broken on it. I don't know how broken it is.
I can fix it. Somewhat.
We're gonna have to fix it. Pair it with this.
I know, you really can't have.
I just don't know. I have to look and see what's broken.
Well, I had all those.
Wait, it's in Japanese now. Hold on.
Double Kuba.
I thought I had said it to not be Japanese. Hold on.
Did you mess it up?
Oh no, I accidentally flipped the switch again on the way over here.
Oopsie. At least you can move the switch now.
Yeah. That's a plus.
No. Okay.
There you go. Still wants me to set the calendar, even when it's in English. Alright. Let's see how broken this controller is. We'll do a little multitasking.
Whoop. Do a little test there.
It says L is broken.
L?
Uh-oh. That might be a bit tricky.
L? That's probably just the spring got popped out.
I think I know what's up with this one.
There's
I think this is the one that's a little bit melted on the inside. Where it's all, yeah.
Melted from
But I can use it for testing, and we can swap the board out.
Yeah, we're good. We're fine.
You still have a bin of GameCube controllers under your desk?
No. That got moved.
It's right there. It's got all the junk on top of it. That's the one?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
Don't worry. We can fix him.
Is it gonna read NASCAR 2005? Yeah. Nope.
No?
Nope, we gotta tweak it. Well, I mean, the guy gave it to us for free because it wasn't reading, so.
Little does he know.
Well, he can fix it too, but also so can we. I got a little stupid with my Japanese though when he was telling me he was going to give it to me. I misunderstood him. He said "sabisu shimasu yo," which sounds like I'm going to service it for you, right? But I forgot that in Japan the word "sabisu" means give to you for free. Yeah. And so I totally misunderstood what he was trying to say. I'm like, oh, you're going to fix it and then sell it to me? And he's like, "sabisu shimasu yo. Muryou de. You can give it to me." And I was like, oh, okay, thank you. I felt a little stupid for a minute, though. Let's see here. Is this going to...
That's going good.
Okay, there we go. Now I got our stats up on the Lenovo so I can see how many people are watching. I'm going to service you for free.
My kind of place.
Steve, don't threaten me with a good time, bro.
That was my favorite shop you guys visited by far.
That dude,
that guy was so cool.
Shinmado.
Yeah.
We're looking at an Airbnb right near it.
Yeah.
For this next year.
He was so nice to you.
He was so chill, dude.
He had such a kind heart.
This time around, I'm gonna make a list of like 6 places to stop by, and I'm gonna email them in advance to make sure that we can film everywhere we go this time.
Yeah.
Because doing audio only in the book off and whatnot kind of sucked.
I enjoyed the pocket adventure, but you're probably right.
It'd be better if it wasn't the pocket adventure, you know?
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
But yeah, there's a place right near Shinmado and Book Market Osawa that's it's like a 7 LDK. They call it a villa, and it's available right now for the dates that we want to go. But I need to make absolutely sure that those dates aren't gonna conflict with something with my kid's schedule at school and his mom and all that. So we gotta make sure before we can lock it down. Okay. Is it gonna read? Oh, it's mad at me. Last time we had one of these that we couldn't get working with just the potentiometer. We had to change out all the drive board capacitors. So I'm hoping we don't have to do that this time. Fingers crossed. I'm going to try going the other direction with it though. Alright. Just trial and error. Go until it goes.
All at the angle there. He's all dusty. He's all dirty.
Oh, I tried. Keep going. Not gonna give up. I think we need to be clockwise in this one. I think that's what it's responding better to. We got... Hey, Mike, out of curiosity, do you watch wrestling? Just curious, man. I personally don't. I know it doesn't... It's not the same vibe, but I don't do any kind of sports. I know wrestling's not quite like... It's more fun and drama than sport, but it's just never really appealed to me. I know a lot of people that really enjoy it, and I know a couple of people that have been, like, doing it, like Tyler and John they do wrestling, and they're cool. But yeah, it's never really been my thing. Try to be supportive of my friends, but so it's a little bit out of my expertise, if you will. Spin, read, give me the little chirpy sounds.
He didn't do it. No.
It's gonna make me recap it. I don't want to recap it.
So you're doing it.
It's fighting me hard. that's the hard part with the GameCubes, though, is that it just takes time. You got to do little tiny movements over and over and over. No dice. No love. What we got here? You only have to remove like 2 or 3 screws in a GameCube to do stuff and things. I mean, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 28 screws out right now. Tell my camera where I'm at here. There we go. Now it'll start tracking me again. Yeah, 28 screws out here. Oh, 200 to 300. Gotcha. Same diff. Well, I don't want to like screw it back together, right? Because if it's not working, you're gonna just have to take it back apart. I don't want to hurt this old plastic because these things are notorious for cracking and breaking. So, the trick is just to only assemble it whatever amount you absolutely have to for testing until it's all working and good. Just gonna keep going. I don't know why I keep rolling my chair back over there to do the potentiometer. I could just do it all here. Gives me a chance to check the chat, though. I'm going to have to recap this thing. All right. We're in for a longer haul. Usually it'll be reading by now, so gonna have to go the extra mile here. Forgot one screw when I installed my flippy drive. Had to remove a bunch to get that one screw back in. Dude, you could have just left it. It's not gonna be mad about one missing screw, right? Unless it's just the right one that it absolutely needs. Gotta unplug the stuff from the board so that I can take the board out. You guys gonna watch our next Japan stream? Is there anything you're hoping to find this October when we head back there? I know I'm gonna be looking again for some Hamtaro handhelds for Colton, whether he wants me to or not. Still looking for that lime green one. I think I still have my the one that he gave me to show people. Be like, have you seen this? I was surprised not a single person that I interacted with last time had seen one of those. Let's see. More space for the collection, lol. Wouldn't that be great? I don't think they sell that in Japan. In fact, I think that's the number one thing that even they don't have. Is space. It's funny, though, because, like, Japan is notorious for being just, like, really crowded, right? But it's actually, like, I think last I heard the statistic was 70% of Japan's landmass is uninhabited. It's either government-protected forests or, like, what else is it? There's like historical landmarks and stuff. I remember in Osaka there was this like pond that had a little island on it, and it was like there was an old like king or something that was buried there for the best of their knowledge, because it's the history there is so ancient sometimes that they don't know who built the shrines, for instance, like originally. So yeah, that's a thing. Just mind-boggling to think, especially as an American. Our history is like all written. Brandon, how are things looking for you over there, buddy?
I was just looking at this drive specifically, although this little part right here is still very stuck, and I'm trying to figure out why it's stuck. I was like, it looks like it's attached to something in the back, so you can't just slide them out.
No, it's not the back. It's the thing that raises the laser.
Oh,
is down here. It's this bar. Where's it at here? This one right here. Yeah, it's the white piece right here.
Oh, he needs to scooch over. Okay. That makes sense. I was like, man, I've been messing with him. I'm like, I wonder what he.
Yeah, scooch him far enough over that he'll go. I think there's a thing that you're supposed to be able to stab that makes it go. You just move it. Yoink.
Yoinking?
Yeah.
Yoinking?
Give it a good yoinking. Oh, I touched it the wrong way.
Whoopsie.
That way.
Oh.
And that opens it.
Oh, that slides. Okay.
Yeah, so it's in the front.
This is why you're the master. I'm still.
Oh, is this your screwdriver I stole?
You have a bad habit of that, buddy.
Yeah. I have a long history. Okay.
There we go. I can get to this little guy.
I'm gonna swap out some of these caps.
Do it later.
I'm gonna have to pull up a cap list on these. I don't know what 1H476.3 means. Is that 4.7 or 47? We got 1H and 1F, and they look completely different. So, pulling up a cap list on the internet. Doesn't Japan have the island of cats? Yes, they have one island that is way more cats than people. It is amazing and terrifying at the same time. They also have deer that will frequently walk up to people and beg for treats. That's a thing. Game, cube, drive, capacitor, list. Console 5's got me covered. They got the full cap list for the logic board, DC converter board, external power supply. I just want the drive board, thank you. Optional PCBs, add-ons. No, come on. Give me the drive board. What's this board called? It is, that's a serial number, RJB2281A. RJB. Nope, they don't have it. No cap list. No cap?
No cap, as the kids say.
Because these caps are C401, 408, 432. That's what we're looking for. C432. It's under optional PCBs. Let's see. 432 should be a 47.6.3. 432. Where did I just see that at? It's right here. It is a 47.6.3. Okay, so that's 47.6.3. What about 431? Is the same 47 and 4 volts. And then this one says 1E220 4 volts. So that's cap 422. 422. It's not showing up, so I'm gonna assume that's 220 microfarads. We're gonna find out. Okay, let's see here. we get the occasional deer just wandering around in the Avs. Really? In the avenues? Like downtown-ish? Deer? Really?
He's like, hey,
that's cool as hell.
What's going on?
I want to pet a deer, man. That sounds amazing. I don't know. Can you pet them? I don't know. Is that allowed? What do you guys think? Should I replace this with more surface mount capacitors that like it has already, or should I put ceramics in there so that it won't leak again? I think I'm going to do ceramics. Saw 3 the other day. You lucky ducky. I want to see a deer. Get some capacitors. Once upon a time, I bought a boatload of ceramic capacitors in all sorts of different sizes and ratings, and I don't know. Maybe they're all in here. Maybe they're not. Oh, here's some. Kind of all over the place. Gonna be an adventure. A whole big old bag full of capacitors. These are all surface mount. These will be my fallback guys. Alright, here we go. Whenever I do a recap, I like to take a little Sharpie. You got a Sharpie over there, Brennan?
Oh, do we have our Sharpie?
I see a clicky one.
There's a clicky one. Does he work though? Oh,
it's a regular. Wait, is it?
That's like a pen.
Is it ballpoint? No, it's a felt tip. I'll make it work.
Try it.
I like to put a little mark on all of the original capacitors. It's dead. It's dead.
Okay.
We got a paint pen.
Yeah, that's right.
Is it dead?
I don't think so. It shouldn't be.
We're gonna find out. There is also a pack, group, whatever, of feral rabbits near my house.
Feral?
People kept knocking on my door asking if I lost a rabbit. Well, then you had something get stuck in between your wall and the outside, right? Was that a rabbit or a squirrel? I can't remember what you said it was. But so I like to go through and just mark all the original caps so I don't accidentally replace one twice. And can look and see if it's got the red mark on it. It's the original, and if it doesn't, it's been replaced. Got them all marked up, except for that one. There we go. Cool. So we got to replace 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of these. Could be worse. Or was it a raccoon that you had in your wall, Steve? I can't remember. It was some sort of fuzzy thing.
It's caught on the... What animal was it?
I gotta know.
You had an armadillo.
It's an armadillo. No, I would know. Armadillos are not fuzzy. They are hairy. It's different. Have you ever seen the hairy underside of one of those guys? Oh, yeah. They're like thick hairs.
My mom didn't believe me when I said I saw one in Tennessee. And I was like, no. And then it turns out they lived in Tennessee.
There was a dude when I first moved to Utah who thought I was making up nutria when I told him about these animals. He's like, nah, that's out of... He's like, that's the big rats like that. That's out of what is it, Princess Bride. That's not real. With a name like Nutria, there's no way you made that up, right? It's totally a real thing. If you ever go to Louisiana, or I think Washington has a huge nutria problem. Any pond or lake you go to, giant rat-like creatures. Just they live in the water. They're water rats.
They steal your babies.
They don't steal your babies. They're not dingoes.
Dingoes.
Dingo ate my baby.
Dingoes ate my baby.
No, everybody called her crazy, but it turns out the dingo really did eat her baby. It's actually really tragic.
Why would you make fun of that, Michael?
I didn't. I'm bringing light to it. I'm spreading awareness. Education. That one lady that we made fun of way back in the day, she was a victim of a dingo.
That's it.
You can't really say that with a straight face. I feel bad.
Can't you?
I can't.
Prefer not to.
I'm not. We're done talking about dingoes. Stubbs the squirrel. She's still kicking it after 11 years.
Stubbs the squirrel. All right.
But there was this black rabbit, like domestic rabbit, just chilling.
Just hanging out.
Feral rabbits made it sound like that they're actually like out there attacking people.
Can I tell you something that you're gonna absolutely hate, Steve? I'm gonna say it, so you can cover your ears if you want. I have an aunt. We call her Aunt Scarecrow, but her real name is oh fuck, I forgot. I haven't seen her in a hot minute. It's not Tracy. It's not Stacy. Sue. Aunt Susan. And when I was a kid, we'd go over to her house, and she had like 30, 40 rabbits, all in cages.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, oh, cool. That's a lot of pet rabbits. And she, you know what she said? She said, those are not pets. Those are good eating.
Tasty.
Cajuns eat rabbits on a regular basis. Not even a thing. Just chomp them up. I just set that capacitor down and then lost it. There it is. Okay, I found it.
Let's test this guy. Does he open? Oh, he opens. Oh. And he closes. Beautiful.
I love it when it works.
It works. It just works, in the words of Mr. Todd Howard.
Good old potty boy.
You better be working on that Fallout 3 remaster right now.
Do you hear anything about the new Fable that they're working on?
I don't put any stock into Bethesda anymore, but
People were saying a lot of things about it.
yeah, they also said a lot of things about Fallout 4, and then that was a disappointment.
You weren't a 4 fan?
They like removed everything I loved about Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas and just did away with it. I was like, this would have been a great game if it wasn't a Fallout game.
You think they were victims of their own previous success then?
Yeah, they're like, we're going to try to target a mass audience. I'm like, don't do that. You just make something that no one likes. Except for those weirdos that spend like 200 years building freaking bases in the game.
I mean, I heard 76 was way worse.
Oh, wow.
There's at
Yeah,
least
I don't acknowledge that doesn't exist.
We're fighting for worst Fallout game.
Steve says, I have a cousin, and when she was like 10 years old, she saw a newspaper ad for free rabbits. The person asked if she had a cage to take care of it, and she said, I'm going to skin it and eat it.
Why is that so funny?
Because you can just imagine like a young girl just I'm going to eat this thing.
I'm going to eat it.
What do you mean? I'm going to eat this thing. Delicious. Delicious.
That's amazing.
Where my scissors go? That was good. Someone steal my... You stole my scissors? You do this every time, Michael. Steal my stuff, and you never put it back where it goes.
I do that a lot.
You act like you own the place, man. What the hell?
I know. I walk around here like I own the place. What an asshole. Oh, try not to rip any traces off of this.
Yeah, so this has stickies on the back normally, and they all were ripped off, so I gotta re-sticky them. And this is
Just use the orange tape.
This?
Or the red tape or whatever.
Yeah, so...
Oh,
that's what I'm using. I'm explaining it for them, you know?
Gotcha.
So they understand that it needs to be sticky again.
Or like we're streaming or something?
Like they just are expected to know. Someone says, I'm not omonochromia. That sounds like a disease.
What now?
Omonochromia. They said, I think 76 was actually a way better game than 4. I think it's held back by being an MMO. Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
maybe now it is, but when it first came out, there were no NPCs. It was just like they expected the players to do everything without any, they didn't build a story for it originally.
Well, I think the problem actually stems from the fact that they charged everybody for it. If they would have just said, "Hey, this is a free game that anyone can come play because we're trying something new," and
They would have gotten enough players to make it
yeah,
work.
yeah, and I wouldn't have cared because I'd have been like, "Oh, they're trying something new." But it's the fact that they charged everybody and then they mistreated that community very heavily.
Well, then that one guy figured out that hack or cheat or whatever to spawn in whatever you want as many times as you want.
Oh,
And made it an adventure.
That's right.
I would love to get a good functioning camera on the microscope so I could show you guys what I'm doing here, because I feel like it would be so much more fun
That would be
watching the soldering part. That's like the more enjoyable part, I think. But
he's just looking for an excuse to buy a new microscope.
I got gas, bro. Gear acquisition syndrome. I can't stop myself. I want to buy more gear. You guys keep coming in and buying my video games, so like probably afford it. But the camera, the fucking the microscope that we have right now won't work with a new camera, or at very least we can't use a camera with it without taking away one of the eyepieces, so you lose your stereoscopic view of it. And so, in order to get a solder cam going again, we would have to swap out the entire microscope plus grab a new camera for it. That adds up fast.
Carl says, "Get me a new PC then." Winky face. Classic Carl.
Oh, right. What happened with his? Did he kick it or something? I can't remember why it started acting up.
I'm going to just say Carl broke it for sure. It was definitely Carl's fault. And,
had to been.
Oh, yeah, it was handled horribly at launch. One of the worst game launches ever, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's one of those things where, like, they can patch it later and make it good, but, like, I had this problem with Cyberpunk where everybody tells me it's amazing, absolutely stellar game, but I was so hyped for it when it first came out, and when it first came out, it was garbage.
It was so bad.
And now that it's not garbage, I'm having a hard time getting hype again, because I feel like I spent all the emotional energy already.
No. I played it again. I played it like 2 years after. I bought a whole new PC to play it.
I'm not saying it's going to be bad. I'm just saying I'm having a hard time personally motivating myself.
You just make sure that you go down the Pan Am romance and you're good.
That's the way, huh?
That's the best romance in any video game ever, was the Pan Am romance. I'm still in love.
To this day.
To this day.
Yeah,
I'm really hoping they don't screw up the Fable release. Yeah, I haven't heard anything, so Michael's the only one who knows anything about it.
It looks like it's going to be good. We'll see. I'm worried. They don't have a good track record right now.
Yes.
But from what they've showed so far, it's got Richard Ayoade in it, and it's going to be doing this. They claim. Okay, here's the thing, though. Fable has made claims that ended up not being true in the past as well. But they're claiming that your character's reputation, based off of good and bad choices that they make, will be specific to whichever characters or towns or whatever saw you do those behaviors. So if you build yourself a really nasty reputation in one town, you can move to another town and start over, like a real psychopath would.
Did you try the failed Fable online thing that they alpha tested for like 2 days?
I forgot about that.
I've never even heard of that, so I definitely didn't.
No, I did not try that, and I'm pretty glad I didn't. MMOs fail all the time. It's like a big thing. Like, remember Age of Conan and its entire selling point was that you could have your boobs out. So everybody played women.
That's right.
Except for the gay dudes. They played dudes.
Hey, more power to them.
Right.
That's why I always played a female character in World of Warcraft.
Couldn't get your boobies out?
I was like, if I have to look like why not?
World of Warcraft didn't allow that. Only Age of Conan They were ahead of their
What
time.
are you talking about? Steel bikinis or whatever on your Paladin.
No, I mean like with actual bits. Dude.
Oh, like actual biddies. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh well, I don't. It's like at that point you're trying way too hard. You know, there's free websites for that all the time. You just
okay.
You know what I mean? Like, why does it have to be in your video game too like that?
I don't know.
Just cause.
I never actually played it.
I bet you were secretly like you were the guy that was like the last guy there.
It came and went before I turned 18, so I totally did not have anything to do with it aside from
trying to get us
reading
off
about
this
it
trail.
on Kotaku. Back when I used to read Kotaku, back when they actually had people who played video games.
I know. Carl's definitely played that. Carl's played every single MMO under the sun. So.
Carl's an MMO fiend, dude.
I know that guy like says straight to my veins.
He knows his way around the MMOs. Something in here's got to be 220 microfarads. Come on. Where are all my good caps at? Come on.
You need those ones? Well, no, those are smaller ones. How big do you need?
I need a 220 microfarad, 4 volts at least.
4 volts.
At least 4 volts, and I don't care if it's ceramic or electrolytic, as long as I can surface mount it.
220. Those are 25 volt. Are these even right?
Got some 22s. I got 100. I swear at one point we had some 220s. Those ones I'm not gonna be able to surface mount
Because they're too big.
They're through holes.
Oh, I see what you mean.
They're radial, if you will.
Radial. Yeah, no, my favorite is when Carl and I are back here and we get to watch a guy on YouTube called Josh Strife Hayes, and we watch stuff about old MMOs with him, and Carl already is like, I've done that. He's a liar. I know more than he does. And I love it.
Nothing makes me happier in this world than a fired up Carl.
Carl gets very passionate.
Yeah, when he is going off on something, I don't even care if he's going off on me. It fills me with joy.
I know, Josh Strife Hayes is amazing. That's my man. He's handsome. He's got the nice voice. He's got good takes too. I respect everything he says. So he's a man of integrity. He said next to the monitor is what Carl just said.
What about next to the monitor?
Which one? We have 7.
Yeah, what are we talking about? Java 220?
Is it up there maybe?
Talking about up there?
I don't know.
You know what? Let me see if there's a couple bags up there I didn't grab. Maybe there's a 220.
Be more specific, Carl.
I know what he's saying now. It just took me a minute because I'm a little bit slow in the head.
All right, we got it. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him, mate. This Xbox is done. Now he's got to be clean. He is nasty. He is disgustingly gross. This is going to be... Although, if I had to say, this is my favorite part, is cleaning them.
47, 68. I don't think there's any 220s up here. 22.
Are we fresh out?
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Less. Nope, 68. Yeah, no 220s.
Well,
luckily there's only one 220 on the board, so shouldn't be the end of the world, but a little disappointing. You're gonna have to leave one original cap on there. I didn't really want to do that. We're getting chats for days up here. What do we
it
got?
says on my desk. That's what Carl says.
Really? You got the 220s on your desk?
He's a madman.
He doesn't have any capacitors over here. What are you talking about? Surface mount 220s? What did I do? Drop scissors. I see one capacitor that is a 3300.
That's only a little bit over. It's fine.
There's no 220s over here. Carl, you going senile on me? Let's see, what am I missing here? Earth and Beyond was my fave. Didn't last for long. U-caps, 220 U-caps on my desk. I feel like I'm talking to ChatGPT and making stuff up.
Yeah, that's a
I'm
great analogy.
I'm looking.
That's a great analogy. You just made that up. Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
220s. I see the 3300s, unless you're talking about surface mount 220s. I'm not seeing them. I'm going to move on. What do we got down here? We got some 47s. I know I got 47s. 0.3 volts. Smaller, I only need 4 volts.
Where is that toothbrush? Where did I put it? There it is. Carl says he thought he left them on the caps on his desk to the left of the screen next to the hot air. He says, or did I move them? Question mark.
Unless he's talking about this box, which I'm going through currently. I'm going through a box. I'm not seeing any 220s in there, though. There's a couple unlabeled ones that could be. A whole bunch of 10 microfarads.
Carl's box of fun things right next to his desk. He says a brown box on the shelf.
Is it brown and white? Because I'm going through that one right now. If it's just brown...
He says where the other caps are, and a box of mixed stuff I put there. Yeah, it's his box of fun things.
His little bag of tricks.
His little bag of things that he has.
I'm impressed that he knows the 220s specifically. That seems a little bit bananas.
You know? He has a great memory like that.
Look at all these DS Lite batteries. Why do we have like 8 DS Lite batteries back here?
I don't know, man. I just work here.
Oh, it's not that box. I'm just gonna stop looking because I gotta get this done before we end the stream. At least I'd like to.
He says he used them all.
Carl, I swear to God, bro.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Whoopsie. Classic Carl.
Carl's one of my favorite people. He's on my list.
Carl's on my list, he says.
Because your kiss is on my list.
Alright, that's one side of this guy done. This is dirty.
This one also. Alright. Both of these at the same time. New cans.
Toothbrush is definitely the flavor.
probably turn on my fume extractor so I don't get cancer from doing this, but I'm worried it's going to drown out my voice. It's super loud. Things we do for our fans.
All 2 of them out there.
We got two viewers now?
No, it's
What are we at? We're at 10.
9 or 10 or something.
Yeah.
I was just making a joke.
You cheeky devil. JK.
Oh, I broke you, cheeky devil.
Getting stuff done. You guys think? Do you think I can get away with like having some background music during the stream, or do you think? I mean, because we're not monetized, we won't lose our money. Be all right. I kind of want to play the soundtrack to that one song, Brendan.
Oh, dude, I've been listening to that nonstop.
I was listening to it on the way here. Have anybody in the chat, have y'all ever played My Wife Threw Out My Card Collection, so I bought an entire dump to find them?
Yeah, that's the game right
It's not a great game, but it has an amazing AI-written music soundtrack. At least I think it's AI. It's pretty sure.
It is. They
confirmed it. Hey, you can't copyright AI art, right?
That's right. We can play it.
Oh, dude, bro, do you want to pull it up?
Do we? Is it gonna sound good? I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I don't know if it'll sound good, but I'll do it for you. But...
If you want, I can pull it up on the Lenovo so that everyone can hear it.
Let me see if I can, because we can get it just right.
Dial it in, bro.
The best one is that metal one. It's actually right here. It's on my recommended.
What is it about? Is it like something soul or whatever?
Yeah, basically, no more wife, no more past, only metal, only trash.
That's the one.
Yeah, let's see if it'll play it. I don't know how well it's gonna sound. I gotta make sure I start it. It looks like it's pretty good.
It's coming through. Can you guys hear us over it? Is everything all right?
Probably turned it down.
Oh, I'm not a fan, he says.
Good thing there is 7 million songs on it. Listen to it. Find a song that suits you. The country songs actually also surprisingly good.
Dude, I was watching Clayton do Clone Hero last night.
Yeah.
On TikTok, and he takes requests, and I was like, I know it's a long shot, but do they have Battle for My Rares from this game? And he looked, and they of course didn't have it.
Damn it!
It would have been so good though. From what I understand, it's not a particularly good game.
No, I looked
soundtrack.
at the reviews. It is not good. It's very repetitive, apparently.
Makes sense. You're digging through trash.
But the only thing they have to say is that the soundtrack is good. But then people are upset that it's AI, and I'm like,
Well,
I'm not gonna complain because I'm jamming out to it. So.
Well, AI is like, there's a lot of bad going on in the world because of sloppy and unprofessional and short-sighted use of AI. And lazy use of AI, right? 100%. But for a small, independent game company, little dude in his basement kind of game company, to make a game and just be like, I can't make a soundtrack, but it would be hilarious if it was all the songs were about digging through trash to find your cards and then have AI do it. In my opinion, that's an acceptable use. You get my thumbs up, my seal of approval for doing that.
Oh, you know what's trying to play next?
What?
That Maroon 5 song, because I listened to it.
Yeah, animals or whatever.
For the howling, because we're all werewolves.
It's gonna mess up our stream.
No, I know. I'm not playing it. I just
mess up our VOD. It's gonna not be monetized in Russia.
What a good time. Honestly, there's been a lot of indie games that have been coming out that are like absolutely amazing. So
Straight fire.
the kids have been cooking out there. They finally realized that if they make a good game, people will come.
They can make their own game in a basement. They don't have to wait for the game that they want. They can just create it themselves.
Well, they're smart too because they stopped going for like scale. They just refined it and made it small. Like I was playing Megabonk for like 100 hours straight, and it was like that was amazing.
It's a little independent team.
Just one guy.
No way.
Schedule One, another one, and I like played that, and I was just like, dude, just one guy did this.
One guy?
One guy.
That's kind of surprising. Because that game like blew up on the internet for a while.
Yeah, it was a good time. Steve says I use AI to create pictures of pugs in battle armor. That's amazing.
Do you put any of them on your wall? You get them printed?
That sounds like badass.
I love the guys on the internet who like they do a little video of like I bought this thrift store painting and I added this pop culture reference to it.
I love that too. I love that.
I added Bob's Burgers to this painting of whatever the heck. What's the one painting of people at a diner? Can't remember what it's called.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know the name of it. Dang, this dirt.
Two more caps and then we're back to recalibrating. Then we get ourselves a region switch spice orange. Yeah.
I did get added to Blue Sky Block Group after that. Oh, because of that.
Block group?
Yeah, I don't know. Explain. What is that? Blue Sky. Oh, Blue Sky's the
It's one of the other social media networks. You
yeah.
can post to it.
Yeah, and then but a block group.
Block group.
Do they like block you because it's AI? Or is it something else? Does that mean something else?
Yeah, what's block group?
Block group.
This is the term I'm not
I
familiar
am a part of a block group.
I'm not familiar with this term. Is that like a blockchain?
Hey man, those crypto kids, they're still crying.
Are they?
They're NFTs or whatever.
Are they still holding GameStop?
No, I don't think so anymore. Not after what happened, you know.
I almost got in on that too, dude.
I did, but I had paper hands and I sold.
Oh, paper hands.
I was a paper hands bitch, dude.
Fair weather friend, huh?
Yeah, I tried my best, but I'm not good. I realized I can gamble, I can't invest money. If I invest money, it always goes bad.
Really?
Yeah, things will be like I'll hold it for so long, like it's not selling. I'm gonna invest in something else, and then I sell it, and then it goes up. It literally goes up like the next day. So,
the trick with investing, from what I hear, not from my personal, I'm not an expert, right?
This is not legal advice.
Yeah, I'm a lawyer. I'm not your lawyer. Whatever, you know, like what I hear is that trying to time the market, is always a bad idea, and it never works or almost never works. You really just need to get a good, solid, diverse list of stocks that you own a little bit of, and add to that over time. Because in general, what you're banking on, if you're not trying to day trade and time the market, what you're banking on is the overall market generally going more up than down. That's why they always tell you to diversify, because then you're not screwed if one company has troubles, and you're not, going to be doing absolutely amazing if one company blows up in a good way. You're just going to be averaging a safe bet upwards. Unless, of course, the whole market tanks, and then you have to be able to sit it out until it comes back.
People can create a list of people that they can either love or hate. You can either add them to your followers or block them all.
Oh, so you're on a hate list.
Damn, they're hating on you because you're creating some AI images of pugs in battle armor?
Are they hating on you because of the AI, or are they hating on you because of the pugs? Because I know you got banned from X because of pug-related activities.
That's pugged up, bro. It says, not your lawyer sounds like Jordan Harbinger. I don't know who that is. Or maybe Bill Handel. Did I say that right? Or is it Handel?
I don't know who it is, but I know who it isn't. Your lawyer.
He's not your lawyer. I'm not your lawyer. Oh, he says I'm on all the AI lovers lists. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's fun. What do you use to generate all this stuff? Do you use like I love Midjourney. That was my favorite one.
Midjourney?
Yeah, Midjourney. I have it on Discord. You can follow it on Discord, and I tell it to create images, especially when I play Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, that's cool.
It's really awesome. You can get very specific with it. There's a lot of like different things that you can try to get it to generate: angles, landscape or portrait. You can tell it like styles. I love it.
I don't have a favorite generative AI, but I have a least favorite.
Which one?
Have you ever tried using the one in Photoshop?
No.
It's so stupid.
You pay for Photoshop? Whoa.
I got the whole Adobe Creative Suite because I use like 6 different programs in it on a regular basis for the store.
Oh, well, I'd talk trash, but I can't.
It's my job.
Dude, my work is pushing AI on me so hard as a developer, and I hate that. That does kind of suck.
Who's saying that?
That's what Danny said.
Really? Dang it.
They said, come on, just use it. It's fine. They won't know. The people, they won't know.
Dude, I got an email the other day on our store email account that was like, we noticed you have a TikTok and you haven't posted in a while. If you want, you can just send us a bunch of pictures and videos of your face, and we'll create scripts and AI generate new TikTok videos for you. You don't even have to do anything. And I'm like, but it's like handing my brand off to some computer, some clanker somewhere, and trusting it not to screw up my image. Like, no, thank you, dude. I put a lot of time and effort into writing those scripts. And there's a reason I do it. Well, used to do it. I need to start doing it again. It's been a little while.
Ryan says that, Jordan says that on every podcast, I'm a lawyer, but not your lawyer. I thought
Jordan,
you were referencing that.
Is that Legal Eagle or somebody else? I know who Legal Eagle is.
If it was Legal Eagle.
New Caps did it! It's working. It's reading.
Thanks, Carl.
This is, so Carl recently had a customer GameCube come in that no matter how much he tweaked the potentiometer, it just wouldn't go. And so he recapped it, and it went. And that's why I didn't spend 2 hours fiddling with it first. I just went straight for the recap, and yep, sure enough, it made a huge difference.
Turns out.
Now let's see if it'll read a Japanese game.
Number 11.
Burger King Foot Last. Pikmin 2, or sorry, Pikmin 2. Let's go.
Ryan says, I've used AI to help program, for programming VBA. Don't laugh. It's all I can access at my work. But the AI often has bad suggestions. Yeah, I've heard that they actually make the AI worse.
I once used AI to create Japanese language homework for Sam Davis. And as I was correcting his homework, I was like, oh, I can understand why you were confused here. Because the question was completely grammatically incorrectly put together, and the AI just didn't know what they were doing. I proofread it, right? I scanned through it visually, but I didn't catch all the errors until we were in the weeds with it, if you will. So never doing that again. All right, that's a good-looking GameCube.
Hell yeah.
Just reading Japanese and American games, and now y'all get to see my face again, finally. Sorry I had to dip out for so long. All right, let's get some screws in this bad boy. Oh, I gotta take it a little bit further apart, put some screws underneath here first. Forgot. This metal plate screws onto the bottom of here before it's all said and done. Appreciate you guys coming and watching our live stream. It's really fun hanging out with y'all. We gotta make some quality time together soon. I didn't make fun of you for forgetting a screw. I was just wondering if you even really had to go back and put it back in. If it was just one screw, would it have been all right without it? That's what I was wondering. This is not one screw. This is 6 screws, and I just dropped one on the floor.
That's gone.
Thanks. This is your fault. I'm mad now. Oh, I found it.
Oh.
Haha, suckers.
Oh, boy.
Danny Beth says, heck yeah. I'm going to translate that into English, though. She said, hell yeah. We need to get a get-together going soon. I used to do poker nights on a fairly semi-regular basis, but
He only chooses nights which I'm not available.
I don't think I'm going to do it the same way, because when I was doing poker nights, it was like I would invite 30 to 40 people over, and like 7 or 8 of us would want to play poker, and then everyone else is just like, you know, drinking and chatting and doing karaoke downstairs and all that kind of stuff. And I think what I'm going to do this time around is I'm going to do a really small, like, poker night for just people who want to play poker, and then follow it up with a game night for everybody, do the 30 to 40 people again. But instead of poker, we'll set up like, maybe the first one will be like a shmup night, and we'll set up like 5 different consoles with different shoot 'em ups on them, or we'll do like a beat 'em up night, or we'll do a racing game night where we set up like a few different Mario Karts, or like Need for Speed, or Auto Modelesta. That was a cool game. That could be fun, right? Or we could try to do like an old school classic game night, the way that Utah Retro Gamers used to do it, where we have a bunch of like folding tables set up where people can bring stuff to trade or buy and sell or whatever. Something like that could be fun. But
we're gonna do a D&D night. Everybody dresses up.
And follow it up with everyone laying in bed praying we don't die from whatever virus someone brought to the party. Dude, I got so sick after the last one, and so did like 5 other people. Bosses rented out a bar downtown last Friday, and they had karaoke, and that was so much fun. I also want to play the Mario Kart drinking game with you and Cress. Yes, dude, we did for, I think it was New Year's, we were going to do drunk driving on Mario Kart 64, but then like some stuff came up, and I wasn't able to do it, but I would love to do that. So for people out there who may not know, drunk driving with Mario Kart is it's a drinking game where you, at the start of the race, right, everybody has a full beer, right? And you have to drink the entire beer before you cross the finish line or you're disqualified, right? But the catch is, you're not allowed to drink while your cart is moving. So you have to either start off the race by sitting put and chugging the entire thing and then drive after you chugged it, or take sips here and there whenever you fall off the course, or get all the way to the end, stop, chug it, and then cross the finish line there. So it's a good time. Oh, who's got the Switch 2 camera? Oh yeah. Steve, you and your wife should come over next time I do an event at my house, and we can do it in person. It's way more fun on the 64, because that game is it's like you're playing through quicksand the whole way. It's very sluggish, and that's perfect for when you're feeling sluggish as a person for chemical reasons. So, be a good time. Yeah, no, I love hosting events. My girlfriend doesn't love it as much, but she loves me enough to turn a blind eye. Come to the next party in a hazmat suit. Make my wife leave the house. Good luck. You know, that's a surprisingly common sentiment. There were a few people that I really tried to get them to bring their significant others to the last get together, and let's just say I heard the phrase social battery more times than the rest of my life combined that week. So people got opinions about going out in public, and like I get it. Like, people suck, but not the people that I invite over. I don't ever invite anybody over who sucks.
Other people invite people over.
That one time somebody brought somebody without asking, and they apologized, so we're cool now. But yeah, that was not a good time. Always ask first before you add people to the list. That Xbox looks gorgeous, Brendan, says Carl.
Oh man, it was dirty too.
Not as gorgeous as you, Carl.
Carl, you handsome bastard.
You beautiful silver fox, you. Let's see. Last get-together I went to was the OMD concert, and I got COVID,
Nice.
and I hate people. God, fuck. I'm sorry, bro. That's nasty.
Hey, some people don't know they have it. That's the hard part with that one.
Well, yeah.
They're just the plague rats that carry it around.
Oh, Danny says, hi, Carl. You see that, Carl?
You should have been here, Carl. Should have brought the boys.
Yeah, bring the whole entourage.
We got work they could do.
The whole fam. Oh, no. Hold on. Am I a dum-dum?
What'd you do? What'd you do?
Remember earlier when I was talking about how this screw map helps keep me from making stupid mistakes? Well, here's my stupid mistake of the day. I forgot to screw the PCB back onto the disk drive. So it's free floating in there and could easily short out against any metal piece that it bumps against. So gotta take it back apart a little bit. Should have looked at the screw map earlier. I gotta take the whole metal plate back off again because the PCB... No, wait, do I? Actually, I'm not sure that I have to. We'll see. We'll see when we get there. Sucker, he says. You guys. I know, I woke up fine. Was it dead in bed by 10 a.m. Wanted to come into the store this weekend, but I needed to recover. I went out drinking with work every night from Wednesday through Friday. Right after surgery? Have you lost your dang mind?
That's the best time to do it.
Does...
Thin blood.
Oh my god. Does the gallbladder interact in any way with alcohol? I don't even know.
All it does is produce bile, I thought.
Well, bile and stones, apparently.
Well, yeah, it ain't working right, you know. My mom had her gallbladder removed, and I drank her orange juice. She was very mad.
What? Like at the hospital?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was like 8, and they came in and they're like, what juice do you think your mom would? Oh, it was cranberry juice. They're like, which one do you think she wouldn't like? And I'm like, she probably would want the orange juice. I'll drink her cranberry juice. And then she found out I was drinking her cranberry juice and got really mad.
Okay. Oh, I might have lost my mind. I probably shouldn't have, to be honest. Bile, less puking after drinking. But I'm still living.
That's the best part.
Oh. Omnichromia said, have a good night, guys. Thanks for coming by. Sleep tight. We'll see you later.
We'll be here, slaving away.
Carl has a gallstone. Congrats, Carl.
He's collecting them.
I'm so proud of you, buddy.
I almost put that the year was 2022. We're a little far off on that one.
2022 was not my best year.
Not mine either.
10 out of 10, I recommend the removal. I'd like to thank my parents. Oh, man, I would love to get my freaking tonsils removed. They still cause me so much grief, so much pain and suffering. But they never... Well, I take it back. I had problems with my tonsils as a kid, too. They just never got removed. I never got quote-unquote tonsillitis to get the tonsils removed. But when I was little, like really little, I got strep throat like 5 times over the course of 2 years. It was nasty.
You almost said strep throat. I heard that.
You guys are getting close to colonoscopy age. Bro, you don't gotta say that. I don't want to hear that. Oh, no, dude. We are, too. Carl says, "Oh, I had one of those last year, Stig." I had a pile of smaller ones, like it looked like those tiny gravels that you might put in a potted plant. Well, my wife was the same. She had her tonsils out. I would have loved to get my tonsils removed when I was younger, but I hear that when you're older, there's a much higher chance of them bleeding out and not healing properly. And at this point, it's just like, I guess I'm gonna die with tonsils. Every time I eat a bread roll, I'm like getting a tonsil stone for the next 2 months. I got the 10 year after my last one. The 10 year? 10 year what? What do we got?
She's finished. All right.
All the forgotten screws.
I got 2 things done, Michael. What did you get done today?
I'm almost done.
Oh, okay.
This is a good one though. This is technically 2 jobs. This is the laser work and the region switch.
One console, buddy. It's one console.
It's
Doesn't count.
my feelings.
Got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
And the whole bus stood up and applauded.
Everybody clap.
I need my adenoids out when I was a kid, but the NHS, what do you do? Stiggy said you either get the 3 year, 5 year, or 10 year after the colonoscopy. 3 year, 5 year, or 10 year what? Like callback? Like you got to come back within?
Yeah, they're like, bro, you
depending on what they see.
At risk.
They're like, I saw some polyps while we were in there, and you got to be like, were they cute?
Can we name them?
Carl had surgery, lol, he says.
He would lol at surgery.
Carl, for all the health problems that you have, bro, you'll never outdo Jeremy. You guys remember Jeremy? You know he told me last time I saw him? He said he almost died again. You'll never guess what to this time. You'll never guess what almost took him out. Potassium deficiency.
What?
Yep.
That's fatal?
It can be.
Apparently, okay.
Yeah, because your body uses sodium to tense muscles and potassium to relax them. That's like its chemical signal, right?
So he was about to like curl up like a spider?
His heart didn't want to
Oh, wow.
let go, and it seized a little.
I'm gonna go eat a banana right now.
You should, dude. Potassium.
Okay.
Yeah, Jeremy cannot catch a break, dude. I feel bad for that guy, man. I've seen him go through 2 different kinds of cancer. And lupus off and on. Kidney failure.
Lupus?
Yeah.
It's never lupus.
It was.
Dr. House says it's never lupus.
Except for that one time that it was.
Except for the one time it was lupus. They psyched him out.
I don't actually watch that show. I never actually got into it,
It
but
was so good.
I do watch long clips of it on TikTok every now and then, like 5 minutes at a time. I have a problem, man. I need to stop like vegging out on TikTok. I probably should. The only reason I installed it in the first place was GameCube needs more glue. I honestly didn't even add any glue when I put the Switch back on there. It's just the glue that was still there from the first attempt was plenty. So, yeah, nope. The last thing I want to do is tear this apart again because I gummed up the Switch again.
Whoopsie.
You mad lad. What time are you working until, Nutters? I was aiming until 9. Oh. I was aiming until 13 minutes ago, I think, was my plan. So I'm just going to put this together and then we'll go ahead and call it. I really appreciate you guys coming and joining us for the stream. It was nice chatting with y'all. Always a delight to spend quality time with quality people. And that's what y'all are. My TikTok is basically pug videos. See, that's healthier than mine, I suppose. Mine changes on a regular basis. It's always different stuff. But the problem is that I sit down and I stare at it for an hour. And then I'll be like, well, I should do something. But it grips me. And it's like I have to like really force myself away from it. It's hypnotic in a bad way. So I shouldn't have it. But the only reason I installed it in the first place is because I wanted to start making TikToks for the store, and I needed to have the app to post a TikTok, right? And every now and then I still do post TikToks for the store, so it's like I should keep it, but at the same time, like, I need to draw a firm line in the sand for myself on that. Let's see what we got here. I just looked at the clock. Is the store closed already? Yeah, so on Sundays we close at 6 o'clock. That's why I wanted to start at 6:30 on Sundays, partially because we can make it work with everybody's schedule, but also because we don't have to worry about getting interrupted by like the phones, or like if the front staff needs me to run up and talk to somebody about something, I'm not going to have to like disappear from the stream in the middle of something. So I figure while we're closed is the best time to do these. And then if you guys will just keep an eye on our socials, because hopefully within the next couple of weeks, I'm hoping to do another game store crawl locally. I want to go... Last time we didn't go north at all, so I'd like to visit Minus World, Numbskull, and Gamers Asylum and see how they're doing up there. Visit those guys. Only 400 more screws for the GameCube. We're almost there. We're making progress. Okay. Yeah, we got Brendan back. He had to go to the restroom for a second. Come on, screw in properly. Line up. There we go. Gotta make sure to route these wires in a way that they don't get pinched in between the stuff. What do you guys think of... the like the camera layout, what we have where on the screen, I guess the scene layout? Got any recommendations for changes, or is it pretty straightforward that, like, you know, this is me and this is what I'm working on, and that's Brandon and that's what he's working on? What do you guys think? What is your favorite part of your job from Weatherwise25? I'll tell you exactly. I know the answer right off the top of my head. My favorite part of doing this is geeking out with the customers, because I'm a retro gamer. I've always loved video games for my entire freaking life, and that's 99.5% of the people that come in, and they always either like have a fun like information nugget or a cool story, or like we like to like talk about, turns out we like the same NES game or whatever, you know? Like, it's always fun getting to know the people in the community. That's my favorite part by a landslide. My second favorite part is probably being able, for me, being able to set my own hours for the most part, and, you know, that kind of thing. Whenever I can, I do have to still like make sure, like, if somebody gets sick, that I'm there to cover, or if I need a Friday off, I don't want to leave Nate by himself, so I have to find somebody to cover that, which is nice to do. And, you know, you don't want to just leave him high and dry so that I can have a day off or whatever. But, you know, my favorite part's definitely the people. I've met all of my favorite people, I think I've met in one way or another through video gaming or through the store. Oh, and going to Japan. That's my favorite. I love going to Japan. Your staff, surely. There's a reason that my staff all used to be customers first. Yeah, Brendan maybe not so much.
Not me.
Brendan's the only one.
That's just because I didn't live here.
You blew me away in the interview, though, so I had to make an exception.
Amazing.
No,
you don't have to tell me.
the staff we have right now is the best staff we've ever had, and I absolutely love working with you guys. Perfect team.
What a guy. He knows how to come.
I know how to schmooze.
And then he's gonna lock me in my cage when we're done.
No, you're not supposed to mention the cage, Brendan. Psh, psh, bad Brendan.
All right.
So, Stiggy said, pretty good. Improvement would require more cameras and a Steam Deck to switch and swap. So, right now, I'm streaming through a Lenovo Legion Go, so basically like a little Windows Steam Deck. Oh, we got... Hold on.
You can see it if I move over here. All right.
See what?
See if we can like...
Oh, get it on camera?
Get it like, it's like...
Here, hold on, watch.
It's like
Check it out. Yoink. There it is. There's OBS on my workspace cam.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And I'm using a dock to give me multiple USBs out of it. Okay, so I have a friend that I met in like 2001 playing EverQuest. He has flown out from LA to my birthday parties on multiple occasions. That's so freaking cool, Steve. I love that.
Oh, yeah.
Weatherwise says, that's awesome. Yes, I talked with you a few months ago in the store right after you got back from Japan. Heck yeah. I love that, dude. I cannot wait to go again. I'm going to be really annoying about it, though. My girlfriend is already starting to lose her mind a little bit because I'm showing her, like, oh, this is the B&B we want to go to, maybe. And, like, here's some of the stores we're looking at. And she's, like, she's getting flashbacks from last time because I don't know if you guys caught any of it, but when I was prepping to go to Japan last year, I went full autism mode for like 4 months, and that's all I was talking about and thinking about, and I was planning everything that I could possibly plan, and I would not shut the heck up about it. And, you know, as bad as that was for our customers, can you imagine? She lives with me, you know, so she's not looking forward to that again. Can't tell you how many times I made her look at my stream setup, like, oh, look, I changed it a little bit. I was really proud of myself, but yeah, I was definitely annoying about it. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for coming out and watching us on stream. It's really fun hanging with y'all and, you know, burning the midnight oil a little bit. We got a functioning GameCube, we got a good Xbox, and we got a Switch Lite out of it. That's a good, successful stream, I think. And we got some quality friends, too. You're doing great here on YouTube and other social media. Oh, thank you so much. That means a lot to me. And I'll bring my Steam Deck tomorrow. I'm not using it. Carl. God damn.
Classic Carl.
Carl's a mad lad. I love him so much. All right. Thanks for coming, guys. I really appreciate you sticking around as long as you did. I'm going to switch over to the, what do they call it? The ending soon screen now. If I can make this mouse work again.
Bye, guys.
Need the mic too already. Love you guys. Have a good night.